This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Packers officially introduced their defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, the other day, just a few months after actually hiring him. He'll replace Jeff Hafley, which Hafley had changed the Packers from a 3-4 defense to a 4-3 unit over the last two seasons. Gannon is seen as a guy that runs a 3-4, so he was asked whether a change back to that could be coming.
I don't really get caught up into 4-3, 3-4. We're an NFL-style defense, hopefully. You got to continually every year try to adapt and solve problems and really with your guys in mind, right? So this is a whole new crew for me that we're just getting to learn, all new different players. That's kind of what I mean by that.
Green Bay entered phase 2 of the offseason program this week, meaning they can do some work on the field and individual drills, and they're doing so with a new quarterback on the roster. Veteran Tyrod Taylor was signed to likely serve as the backup for Jordan Love. He comes to town after spending the last 2 years with the New York Jets. Taylor, 36 years old, will be on his 18th since coming into the league in 2011. Meanwhile, Wisconsin football is getting some time off after spring practice and will get summer workouts going in a few weeks.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Well, the Brewers and Cardinals series was postponed last night due to rain in the area in St. Louis. Last night's game will be made up as a doubleheader on July 7th. The two teams will close out their series this afternoon. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. With Wednesday. Now, some sports to get to, obviously. We have St. Louis. Probably should go get a roof. You know, the Milwaukee Brewers have a roof. Yeah, maybe it leaks a little bit if it rains really hard, and that's okay. It's fine if your roof leaks a little bit. Because last time it leaked, well, kind of a lot, depending on where you are, I should say. Because in American Family Field, when the roof was closed, now there was some sections that the water got up about, past your ankles, and some of the people there had to maybe kind of, stand elsewhere or just kind of grin and bear it. Or hopefully they were wearing some high weight or some capris. Maybe they knew the flood was coming. They had some high waters on. Maybe they already had some rubber boots. If that's the case, then good for you. If not, either stood in it, grinned and bared, it, or you stood in higher ground. Or when the roof was closed from Milwaukee, there was a time when it helped them win a game. Sal Frelick hit a ball, it bounced up really high up in the air, and when it came down, the catcher didn't catch it, and then instead of spinning back and going follow, just stuck right there in the puddle. And that allowed the Brewers to go on to win. So a roof is a really good thing. Not only are you allowed to continue to play a baseball game in the elements, sometimes the roof can help you win. So look at that. The Milwaukee Brewers, beautiful roof at American Family Field. One of the best roofs I've ever seen. An incredible roof. Out in St. Louis, though, no roof. So Brewers, St. Louis, they get postponed because of weather. So no game last night. We're going to have that as a doubleheader later, coming months here. The Brewers will finish off their series against the Cardinals this afternoon, though. First pitch coming at 12:15. So, with that, the Brewers second to last in the NL Central, as they're 18-16. So the Pirates, they're last now at 19-17. Every team above 500 in the division. So there you go, the NL Central. Look at that. So the Rain, the Diamondbacks did beat the Pirates last night 9-0. I would have, preferred the Brewers have played. We like to react every game. But with that, Brewers will just have to make it up a little later. We got some more audio coming out from Green Bay Packers up on the podium, a little podium talk. Brian Gutekunst was even on Sirius XM NFL radio talking. We have Mike LaFleur, that would be Matt LaFleur's brother, him talking about something. This is what I love about the NFL. Whenever the NFL comes back around, there's always, it's a soap opera, it's drama. We love that. And that's why we watch, that's why we listen, that's why we read, that's why we pay attention. The drama, though, has been happening for quite some time. The drama of Aaron Rodgers has picked up once again, baby. Let's go. And a different LaFleur in on it now. Not Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur. The LaFleur family is just like, what do we got to do to get away from the drama that is Aaron Rodgers? What do we got to do? What do we do? Other than that, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, whatever you want to get into. Wisconsin football's on a little reprieve right now before summer camp. I think the Bucks, their new head coach, he has his introductory press conference today, which is wild because if you, what was that, last week they hired him, get their ducks in a row, and they're like, hey, how about you get in front of the media and say hello to everyone, introduce yourself. It's like, okay, I can do that. Only going to take me about a week. The Packers, for example, when we finally got Jonathan Gannon, the new DC, the Packers hired Jonathan Gannon, and then 91 days later, 369, 91 days later, he spoke with the media for the first time. That was on Monday. That took 91 days. Not that anyone was counting. No, not that anyone was counting. But we also got some more interesting little nuggets coming up from some of the other coaches when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. Let's see here. Speaking of the podium talk, our guy Coyote Mike had just texted. Good morning, Mike. So, Ebo, I'm up in South Dakota now. How's South Dakota, Mike? So I heard the audio of the new Packers DC and special teams coach. So far, so good with what they had to say and how they said it. Unfortunately, Matt LaFleur still sounds the same. Seems like he hasn't changed a bit. Same old story. I'm bracing myself for a long season. That was Coyote Mike. Okay, obviously they haven't played anything. Rookies just had their mini camp. They're in their second phase now where they can do individual drills, a little bit of on-field work. But as you sit right now on the 6th, the 6th of May, and happy 6 de May, by the way. Do you feel in your heart of hearts the Packers are going to be really good this year? Good? Mediocre? Bad? Really bad? Where do you sit with the Green Bay Packers? I've seen some people, and this is after Cam McCord, the special teams coordinator, and Jonathan Gannon, the new DC talk, people really loving the gift of gab that they're in, dude. They're sensing that the Packers are going to be a unit this season. They're going to be good. And now, this is just people speaking on a podium. They're just speaking. And people are like, I feel it. I can sense it. Now, keep in mind, Tucker Kraft probably back a little earlier than Micah Parsons. Both suffering, ACLs. Brian Gutekunst was talking about, though, after, losing a pair of key players last season. Definitely helped change the outcome of what happened in 2025. Tucker Kraft suffered a torn ACL in November. Micah Parsons, a torn ACL in December. Both of them going to be huge coming up this year, but the question is, when do they come back? When are they going to be able to play? They didn't win a game when Micah Parsons went down. So if you don't have Micah or Tucker for a little bit of the season, make sure you put that in your feeling of the Green Bay Packers. Where are you feeling right now of the Packers? You have new blood in D.C., new blood in special teams. but you have the same guy who's running it as Matt LaFleur on the Green Bay Packers. That's Matt LaFleur. I can't wait to play this audio of Mike LaFleur, too, about Aaron Rodgers. I just love that Aaron Rodgers haunts these people, haunts the LaFleurs, and to a sense, Mike McCarthy. But the big thing today and tomorrow and Friday, we have started at 6 o'clock the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, May 6th through the 8th, presented by Wings Credit Union. And what you got to do here is you become a champion today. American Family Children's Hospital is a nonprofit. All relies on the donations and your kind heart. We're going to do this every day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For the first hour of the first day, becoming a champion today, call the donor hotline, 1-877-719-KIDS, or donate online, WiscoSportsZone.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. We need five champions today, 5 champions in honor of the 5 therapy dogs. That's Kiko, Cola, Jimmy, Cash, and Archie at American Family Children's Hospital. So 5 champions in honor of the 5 therapy dogs that get to help these kids out as they battle through all kinds of illnesses and stuff I could never. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Families super grateful for the opportunity for us to support the hospital, and it's just having these kids that are going through the cancer treatments, medical issues, all of this, just trying to have a normal childhood. And it's something that's near and dear to our heart, man. Here at the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. Again, you can become a champion. Call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS, or you can donate online at WiscoSportsZone.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Looking for 5 champions this hour. We'll have Lori on, too. We always have Lori on every year. Her daughter, Christina, has passed away because of cancer, and she always has a story that pulls at the heartstrings, man. All right, 608-321-1670, our number. Line 1, good morning.
Yo.
Hey, Kinger. What's up, buddy?
Hey, start with some football. Was it next week the NFL schedule is supposed to come out?
Yes, I do believe so.
And you know how every team has those cheesy release videos. The Packers always come up with something stupid and lame.
Yes.
It seems like compared to the rest of the league, like almost every other team just hits on some of those. But my question, I know the Packers. They played. Do they play the Patriots next year? Yeah, they do. But any team that do play the Patriots in the schedule release, how many of them do you think will make a jab at Vrabel and Rossini?
Oh, they were even doing it on the NBA broadcast the other day. I wonder.
Yeah, I saw that, and
I feel like the Packers wouldn't.
Once it's out there,
I feel like the Packers wouldn't.
Yeah, because they're a little more classy, and like I said, their release videos as of last few years have just aren't that good.
Yeah.
And I get like I don't know if the NFL is putting them behind it and say, hey, you got make a video for your schedule release and this and that. Otherwise, like everything's just got Hollywood-wise, pump it up, blah blah blah. Just give me the schedule, so I know what days I gotta look into to put in and this and that and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I know I'm looking forward to that next week. But then, come on, St. Louis.
Get a roof.
Little rain.
Get a roof.
They got a dome just across the street. You can play baseball in there. Come on.
Get a roof. Come on, King. Get a roof.
And what is it now? Instead of playing, now I kind of understand why they don't want to do. It's the home team. They choose when they reschedule the doubleheader, and they didn't want to do it today. Because if they play a doubleheader today, Brewers have off on Thursday. St. Louis, they gotta go out to San Diego to play 4. So okay, I understand, but come on, get it over with. Blah blah. Now you're pushing it to July. And I was trying to look at the calendar and see what the Brewers and Cardinals. Like apparently that gives this all leads into the All-Star week. Like I think the Cardinals now have to play like 14 games in 13 days, while the Brewers, on the other hand, they have to play like 18 games in 17 days.
A lot of baseball.
So a lot of baseball, especially when you're heading into the All-Star break and you're figuring out if you're going to make that push for the playoffs or with the trade deadline just shortly after that. You know, basically your season's either, you know, over or you're still breathing by then. But so
get a roof.
But yeah, get a roof. Simple as that.
Get a roof.
Get a roof. So, but anyways, hopefully they take care of business today, enjoy their day off, and then those damn Yankees come to town.
Oh, damn Yankees. The pinstripes.
So
get a roof.
Pinstripes. Get a roof. Them too. Everyone get a retractable roof, so you can still enjoy a breeze and so forth. So
get a roof.
That's all I got. I got nothing else for now. If I did
we'll
or do
or double dip, whichever.
Yep. Yeah, whichever. But take care. Adios, muchachos.
See you, brother. Much love. Line 2. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike and Portage.
Hello.
Good morning. How are we?
Morning.
Morning.
I'm
morning.
Just Andy. It's a beautiful day out there. Beautiful day.
It's a great day. Every day, great day.
Yeah. Well, I don't have much to talk about sports today, but obviously you've heard this before, but I wanted to share my American Family Children's Hospital story that affected my family.
Please.
It's time for the morning morons to step up and make a donation these next 3 days. So back in 2000, my much younger brother was just over 1 year old. Fell out of his wagon, was crying. Mom went to lay him down for a nap. Went to get him up at 5 o'clock, which was normal, and he was unresponsive.
Oh, no.
Quickly was rushed to the hospital, flown by MedFlight to UW Children's Hospital in Madison, where he spent a month in the Children's Hospital. Had numerous brain surgeries. Had to relearn how to walk and talk and everything else again, and operate simple motor functions. Without UW Children's Hospital, my brother would not have survived. There's no doubt about it.
Wow.
A ruptured a main artery in his brain, and because of they're unbelievable. All the nurses, and this is before the new hospital. They were still in the old section. So all the nurses, all the doctors, the support things like just the activities. They had all sorts of there was a badger that came by. They had gatherings for family and everything else. Nice little parties and whatnot, have some food and talk with other parents of children and everything else. So it's an unbelievable place. It keeps growing, keeps becoming more and more unbelievable. Is there a website? Sorry, is there a website for donations?
Yeah, you should go to WiscoSportsZone.com. And it'll pop
get on the website, make a call, make a donation. I know gas is high right now. Buy 3 less beers this month, or don't make that sports bet or whatever it might be, and take that money and donate to the Children's Hospital. You never know when your family might be affected by it. And make that call, make that donation, brothers.
Mike, thank you for that. And thanks for sharing the story, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, thank you, man. And everything's good on your brother? Real good?
Yeah, he's just a little a-hole now, He's 24, but
okay, all right.
He had his little hand issue still, where he hasn't all the motor functions in one hand, but he's fine now, and it's all because of the Children's Hospital.
Okay, good, Mike. Thanks for sharing the story. Anything else, Mike? For you?
Cardinals, get a roof. Play the doubleheader today. Don't be a scallywag.
I like that word, scallywag. Scallywag, yeah, hell yeah.
Just grab a wag. Or go Weisenheimer. It's a great band, but also a slur towards some people. And so, not much going on in sports right now.
We're just chilling.
Yeah.
Mike, we love you, brother.
All right, peace out.
That's it. Thanks for sharing the story, Mike. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, pre-COVID, you would be in the American Family Children's Hospital doing the radiothon. After obviously COVID and things change, and then it's easier to get everything more here at the building for all the radio stations instead of being at the hospital. But when you're at the hospital, man, it is they really try to make it so the kids don't feel like they're in a hospital. So no one wants to be in a hospital, and this is what American Family Children's Hospital is all on. It's nonprofit, all on donations, and they do such a good job of making it feel like you're not battling through some kind of illness or some kind of treatments or this and that. It's really try to make the kids feel like they're a kid. And I went through a pretty traumatic injury as well when I was a wee little lad at 4 years old. I can share the story later. But I'll never forget being in just a cold, just not that's not friendly, but a cold hospital setting where it's just like at 4 years old and into it being when I was 5, it was just like this, it sticks with you. Line 3, good morning.
I concur with the gentleman from Portage. I concur. Donate today. Donate today.
Eric on 90, yes sir.
Kyrie Kumite.
Kyrie Kumite.
I know you told me how to donate, but I have no idea how to donate. Please say again.
Well, there's many ways. You can go on the website, or you can go. You can just call the 1-877-719-KIDS.
Yeah.
And someone downstairs will answer, then off you go.
And will they take a credit card?
They will. Yes, indeed.
That makes it so I can do it. All right, guys? I mean, I thought I was going to have to rely on Mrs. I-90 to get this done because it would take technology, and it really doesn't. You have it right in your wallet. Right in your wallet. Pull it out. Give that number a call. And, I mean, it's a safe place to just – it's your credit card. Don't even worry about it. If it's a scam, doesn't matter. You just say it's a scam. Use your credit card. And don't, if you can't handle using a credit card, you're going to have to drive down and give them some cash, okay? All right? Just drive down and give them some cash.
It's easy. It's easy.
It's easy. So I'm going to donate. I'm going to donate. If I was in Madison, I'd drive right in there. I'd give you $100 personally if I would. $100. Yep.
Right in my hand.
Away.
Right in my hand. I'd get it
Go
right.
over this fact.
Sorry. Yes.
No, you go ahead, please.
No, I was gonna say I'd take that $100. I'd stuff it right in the AmFam Children's Hospital jar. That's right down there. Put it right in there.
All right, let's stop the complaints on the rain coming through the roof. I'm looking out for the guy who designed that, figured all that out, and they built it. All right. I don't think people understand how amazing it is that you can take that giant roof and open it and shut it.
It's incredible.
It's a miracle.
I mean, Eric, you are in the engineering world, aren't you? Yes, maybe.
I pretend to be, but yeah, I do. I'm there every day. It's not as glamorous as you would think. But
I mean,
yeah.
You ever think about the different kinds of engineers too? There's electrical engineer. There's there's so many different kinds of engineers. Whatever, the roof engineer, or would that be an engineer or an architect? That'd be an engineer, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And
what a feat.
It's I mean, when that thing closed, there was one person who went, "Woo! Wow, man, that was something." I mean, there was one guy who threw it all out there. Is this gonna work? And it did. It did. So there's a little water coming through it. I'd be like, "Come on, man, come on." Keeping 60,000 people dry.
Yeah, it helped the Brewers win a game. It made some other fans that were in the stands. They had a little water, so maybe cosplay like at Noah's Ark. Why not?
Right. These kids in these hospitals, and they do have a great hospital system. But I've been in a hospital before. I think the best time to go around with those dogs would be like 2 a.m. All right, Because 2 in the morning is really your desperate hours there in the hospital by yourself, looking around in that room, not knowing what's going to happen. And somebody comes walking in with a dog and talks to you for a little bit. That'd be a lot. 2, 3 in the morning. That's when desperation's going on in that hospital, in my opinion. And it's true. Nobody's sleeping, all right, because they've been sleeping all day, all right? They're up. And they're like, what is going on?
Well, here we go.
You could come walking in
Eric,
with one of those dogs and say, everything's okay.
Eric, during your phone call, we got one. There we go. We got a champion. Now we need 4 more before the hour's over. We got a champion while you're around.
What's it take to be a champion?
Again, you just become a champion by donating. Call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. You scroll down a little bit and you'll see the radiothon going on, little banner head.
All right. I'm calling for champions. Let's pick up the pace. There's people listening to this show, all right? And I know it for a fact, that have a couple grand in their wallet right now. They do. And call that number. Take that credit card out and donate. You know, you got more than you need. There's a lot of people got more than they need. I'm one of them. And I'm going to give some of it. And you guys just call the number. It's so simple. And we're going to help some kids.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Eric, if you want, a bunch of listeners right here are saying, can you just give your credit card number to me right now over the phone? And I'll write it down and I'll pass it off.
I'm driving, you know.
No, don't give it to me over here. Just give it to the donor hotline, and then just one person will hear it, the one that matters.
Listen, it would be fine. It would really be fine because I just say, I didn't do that.
Oh,
and
Eric. Eric, we also have one more question. Mississippi Drew wants to know, since we're in the charitable mood, what about your the charity garage sale that happens for you around this time?
Well, you know, there's only so much room in a day for asking for donations.
Okay.
And today, it's these kids at American Family Hospital. And I'll tell you what, Drew, it's your ears must have been ringing because it comes up on guess what weekend? Guess what?
This
Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day weekend.
So we'll talk about that after we get these kids some money.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. We'll do that Friday. How about?
I'm challenging. I'm gonna donate $100 today.
There we go.
And I'm challenging everybody who's got, been working hard their whole life.
Yeah.
And built up a little cushion.
Yeah.
Give a little bit to these kids.
Give a little bit. Give a little bit, Eric. Give a little bit. Eric?
You have a great
Eric,
day.
we just got another one. Another champion. Well done, Eric. You got the gift of gab, baby. We love you.
Love you, too. Have a great day.
You too. See you, Eric. There he goes. Kyrie Kumite. And, good morning, RJ.
Hey.
Just in time for a break.
Yeah,
there's
sat down on my computer, answered some emails.
Mike's gonna have a hard time finding the link on the computer. WiscoSportsZone.com/WOZN/Madison. You gotta go to the Madison one. I just told the powers that be, hey, put it on the main one. Because you gotta find the Madison. You go to WiscoSportsZone.com and there's different markets. You gotta hit the Madison one. I was just talking to the web guy. He's like, yeah, I'm putting it up on the main one right now, so it's not as confusing. So give it a little bit. We'll come right back to it.
There's so much that we need to share, so send a smile and show you care. I'll give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my life for you. So give a little bit. Or give a little bit of your time to me.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy?
This is Over the Line.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. We are a half hour into it. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Looking for 5 champions this hour. We need 3 more. And it's 5 in the honor of the 5 therapy dogs. Kiko, Cola, Jimmy, Cash, and Archie at the American Family Children's Hospital, which is a nonprofit hospital. All runs on the kindness of your heart. And let's see here, guy. JFK just messaged me, wiscosportzone.com. If you go to our main page, all you got to do is you'll see a banner ad. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the American Children's Hospital Radiothon. Just click on it. Boom. It's right there on the right-hand side. Or you can call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS. And that's presented by Wings Credit Union. Thank you. And Goodman's Jewelers. Appreciate that.
Let's become a champion.
Become a champion. Where's my wallet? It's in my car. Gotta go drink.
What a great place for it.
I'll be back with it. All right, 608-321-1670. How you feel about the Packers? A lot of people after the podium talk, I've seen a lot of people inspired now, RJ. The Packers are going to be a complete dog this year. They got that. They're going to be a unit. Okay. Oof. And this is after people talking on the podium. 608-321-1670. How do you feel about him, caller?
Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. How are you?
Cloud 9.
Fantastic.
As far as the backers go, it's a wait and see.
Scott, you're absolutely correct.
Okay, last year we had high hopes because of Parsons, which we did, but the other thing is it depends on injuries. It depends on a lot of things.
Injuries are big. Injuries are the biggest thing, Scott. Correct.
So I'm hopeful. The one thing that I want to see is how much different the defense is going to be with this new coach.
Yep.
And whether or not his high expectations actually meet the hype.
Yes, Scott. Yep.
Other than that, what is it? I have some news for you.
Yes.
I got the bike back yesterday.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
How'd she ride?
Great. Actually, I rode almost a quarter mile yesterday.
Nice, Scotty. How'd it feel?
Good.
When's the last time you rode a bike? Is it truly like, you know how they say the old saying, it's like riding a bicycle? Did you get right back on and off you went?
Well, they adjusted the seat a little bit, but yes. And as far as riding, it's been like 6 years.
Yeah, but no, didn't miss a beat, right? Just got on and went.
We got the beat.
Well, I told you about the first time the other day.
You were in gear 21, right?
This one was better. So it was because of my neuropathy that I just stopped, but it's a lot better now. And went to the doctor yesterday. He's there and doing good.
Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Scott. I'm glad you're out and getting exercise, losing that weight, living that healthier lifestyle. Good for you, Scotty. Well done.
By the way, to get the bike up to new, it only cost $300.
Good. Nice.
And that's not that bad.
No, service with a smile, too, I bet.
And my favorite place, Atkins.
Yeah. Shout out.
In Verona.
Shout out.
Yep. Do you have that intro ready?
Man, you are horrible.
Well, I got caught up in the American. I have a good excuse. I got caught up in the radiothon. It's
radiothon.
No,
they're also good, Scott. I don't know how to award a winner, but I got caught up in the radiothon. That's on me, Scott.
Okay, so why don't we do it this way, okay?
Yeah.
And put it back in your lap, okay?
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you want to call Friday the last entry?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. We'll do that. Yeah.
Because I mean, we can do longer if you want, but I don't think you're.
Let me give it a once. Let me think about it a bit, okay, Scott? We'll discuss later, all right? Maybe I'll DM you or something.
And I think what we'll do as far as the finalists is, we'll pick four. I'll pick four that I gave A's to in the past, just strictly A's.
Okay.
And then let everybody call in for like 5 minutes.
All right. Yes, Scott. Yeah. We'll cross our T's and dot our lowercase I's and J's soon. Yes.
No, that's just an idea. We don't have to do it with that.
Great idea.
But,
I'll message you, Scott. I'll message you.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Who did Higher and Higher?
Ooh, just
Jackie Wilson?
Just hires Creed.
Okay, the 70s remake.
ELO?
Good guess. Rita Coolidge.
No.
Oh.
Wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, no, I would have not got that.
Don't Bring Me Down.
ELO.
Yep. Give me some Love After Midnight. A Man After Midnight, I'm sorry. Very big band from Switzerland, I think.
ABBA?
Or ABBA.
Oh, nice.
Is it Switzerland?
Sweden. There's Sweden. Dorba.
Sweden. Yep. Super Freak.
Rick James.
Yep. Hold your head up.
Argent.
Yep. Say It Isn't So.
Hall & Oates.
Yep. Silly Love Songs.
Paul McCartney.
That was Paul McCartney. Too Much Time in My Hands.
Styx.
An Old-Fashioned Love Song.
Three Dog Night.
The Show Must Go On.
Over the Line.
Queen.
And
Queen.
Three Dog Night did too.
Nice.
Go.
Yep. So and by the way, about that American Children's Hospital, where is that in Madison? I'm just curious.
It's at UW Hospital.
Yeah, it's a ton off of.
It's the children's wing of UW Hospital.
University, right?
UW Health Kids, American Family Children's
Yep.
Hospital.
Well, love you guys. Donate today for those that can't.
Will do, Scott. We love you too, buddy. Talk tomorrow.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Great. Really, you don't feel like you're at a hospital when you're at the American Family Children's Hospital. It's, again, they're really trying to take the mind off of being at a hospital. No one wants to be at a hospital. And when you're there at the children's hospital side of things, it's got like this, like, they got a movie theater, it feels like kind of you're in like a wonderland, kind of. It takes your mind off of things. All right, we'll take a little break here. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, all right, feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Saturday night soul, your joke is a heartbreaker. Saturday night soul, my love is a life taker.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy?
This is Over the Line
Or are you gonna bite?
on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
A lot of talk out of people, a lot of inspired, a lot of inspiration when it comes to the Packers. Seen all over the timeline now after Gannon speaking and Cam McCord speaking, the DC, the special teams coordinator. They're like, dude, Packers, they got it. Well, then also they had, defensive line coach was speaking. We get some more people speaking. The thing is, the Packers, they used to stream these online.
Yeah.
Like the position coach pressers. I don't see them anywhere, and they get some reporters having their videos there while they're doing it from yesterday. Like, I would like to see it on Packers.com, but
I'd really like to see this.
I would, I'd like to hear it and hear more and learn a little more. I just don't get much. Mike Clemens, our Packers guy, for Bill Michaels and us, he sent a couple of clips because he was there. Run defense coordinator DeMarcus Covington says he told the rookies to approach the offseason like a karate class.
I talked to him about a white belt mindset. And really, what does that mean? Every year it's a start over mentality. You have that humble mentality, not a know-it-all, a learn-it-all. And I think if we approach that with a black belt skill set, but with a white belt mentality, I think we're going to be all right. And that's kind of how I look at it for me, no matter what job I'm approaching.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Approach it. The RJ, the old saying is, the more I know, the less I know.
Yeah.
That saying, the more I know, the less I know. It says the more you get to know things, the more you realize there's so much more out there to know that you realize you don't know as much as you thought. So it's that mentality of, think of yourself, you could be a black belt, but think of it as you're still a white belt. You're still learning.
Yeah.
I think that's...
So essentially you have the skill set of a black belt, but you have to go at it with the
mindset,
the mindset and attitude of a white belt who needs to still earn every step and learn to get to the black belt level.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
When you initially said that, I'm like, I can't wait to hear where this goes because it was the first time I actually heard that.
Yeah, I've never heard that kind of analogy. The putting it that way, the white belt black belt approach. Okay. Did you ever do karate as a?
I did not. I did a different combat sport.
Oh yeah, wrestling. I don't know if you ever maybe dabbled a little bit.
No, when you did have kids going to that, I was going to wrestling on weeknights.
Yeah, the closest I ever came to a karate was watching David Carradine's Kung Fu. Great television show.
Isn't that Kung Fu?
Well, that's
though? That's not karate.
When you're a kid, though, you don't know the nuances.
What about Kumite?
But Bloodsport, a lot of little late 80s, early 90s movies.
Sidekicks with Chuck Norris and
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was big
Three
on my
Ninjas.
Three Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas. Wasn't that one? I want to say Surf Ninjas was one.
Then there was one movie, RJ, Fist of the White Lotus. I don't know if you ever even heard of that.
No, I have not.
You know Pai Mei from Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Fist of the White Lotus. That's where he comes from, is way back in the day. And also, of course, Enter the Dragon.
Oh.
Bruce Lee. Come on, dude.
How about some of those Jet Li movies?
Oh, Jet Li? Jet Li and DMX?
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Kiss, what it was?
Cradle to the Grave.
Kiss of the Dragon?
See, that's
something like that.
So I watched that, hoping I would have a black belt mindset, but didn't even come close to a white belt. Yeah, Power Rangers. All right.
Power Rangers.
They threw some.
Yeah, no,
that was more like dance karate.
They made some contact.
Doc says Beverly Hills Ninja. Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll take a little break here. Stay around. We'll be right back.
Never say what you mean, all I hear is steam. And never say that to me, never say that to me. Oh, what the off your face, let's not stop till we bleed. The more you spit out your mouth, the less I believe. Denial seems it had to come. Rely on me to say it all. Denial is left to
This is Over the Line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Please, continue.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, nearing the end of the first hour of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. And in this first hour, still time for you to become a champion. To kick things off here, as we need 5 champions this hour. We just need 2 more, so the final push here. 5 is in honor of the 5 therapy dogs that help out there at the American Family Children's Hospital. Become a champion. Presented by Wings Credit Union. You call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. On the right-hand side, you'll just see a little banner ad. You'll see one of the kids, and it'll say the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. This courtesy of Goodman's Jewelry. We just got another one, baby. We just got another one. All right, so now we need one more. One more before the hour is over. And this is a huge way to make an impact on these kids, their families, as the hospital it's nonprofit. It only runs on the kindness of your heart. So we just need one more before the hour is over and we start anew. All donations stay local and help local kids here. So that's great. And we'll get Lori in here later. She's got the story, man. The first ever children's radiothon, her daughter had passed away, Christina. Well, Christina was a part of it, and then she later had passed on. And the story that Lori has, hey, gets me every year. RJ. Mm-hmm. All right, 608-321-1670. That's our number if you want to get a hold of us here on Over the Line. I do want to get into some more Packers. There is, and also the drama of the NFL, because Brian Gutekunst was speaking on Sirius XM. I wanted to get to that. But also, not Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur, Matt's brother, was talking. And drama's heating up, RJ, about a certain – the LaFleurs love their drama with a guy named Aaron Rodgers. Mike LaFleur is now getting somewhat pulled in, the gravitational pull that is, Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's getting pulled into the orbit of Aaron Rodgers. The Arizona Cardinals now potentially a player for Rodgers.
So
did you see this?
Yeah, but what's the tag Rodgers got hit with?
Yeah, it's I have to look it up again. It's a rare thing that the Steelers have on them. So
if the Cardinals make an offer,
the Steelers can
just be like, no, we got it.
Yeah, well, I'll Google it. I forget what it, because it's like never happens.
Yeah,
it's a rare thing. So we'll get the research department on again. AC in Partyville, my man, I just donated $120 2 minutes ago. Great charity, thank you. AC in Partyville, thank you, AC. You're always a champion, brother. You have achieved. What is it in Ace Ventura 2? The medallion he gives them. This took you 82 years. What is he? I gotta get the research department on that again too. The medallion of spiritual accomplishment. Thank you, AC. All right, we'll come right back. Stick around.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
The Packers officially introduced their defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, the other day, just a few months after actually hiring him. He'll replace Jeff Hafley, which Hafley had changed the Packers from a 3-4 defense to a 4-3 unit over the last 2 seasons. Gannon is seen as a guy that runs a 3-4, so he was asked whether a change back to that could be coming.
I don't really get caught up into 4-3, 3-4. We're an NFL-style defense, hopefully. You got to continually every year try to adapt and solve problems and really with your guys in mind, right? So this is a whole new crew for me that we're just getting to learn, all new different players. That's kind of what I mean by that.
Green Bay entered phase 2 of the offseason program this week, meaning they can do some work on the field and individual drills, and they're doing so with a new quarterback on the roster. Veteran Tyrod Taylor was signed to likely serve as the backup for Jordan Love. He comes to town after spending the last 2 years with the New York Jets. Taylor, 36 years old, will be on his 18th since coming into the league in 2011. Meanwhile, Wisconsin football is getting some time off after spring practice and will get summer workouts going in a few weeks.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Well, the Brewers and Cardinals series was postponed last night due to rain in the area in St. Louis. Last night's game will be made up as a doubleheader on July 7th. The two teams will close out their series this afternoon. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store. Proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Happy Hump Day. Happy American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon Start Day. Starts today. It's Thursday. Ends Friday. And then Friday night's the great reveal of how much we have raised for the American Family Children's Hospital, a nonprofit hospital, all runs on the kindness of your hearts. Become a champion today, presented by Wings Credit Union. You can call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com, and on the right-hand side, you'll see the little banner ad. You'll see one of the kids from the American Family Children's Hospital, and you click on it, and off you go. And congratulations, we needed five champions in the first hour, 6 to 7. We got it right at the end. And I do believe they don't tell us who, and they don't give us a total until the end when we do the big reveal. But AC in Partyville texted in at about 6:58. He said, I just got a donation in 2 minutes ago. Great charity. Thank you. AC, after that, then we were alerted that the goal was met. So, AC, I think you did it, brother. And thank you to everyone involved, each and every person, and each and every dollar. It all counts. So AC in Partyville, this is for you, man. You have achieved this.
But I am yet to attain omnipresent supergalactic oneness. No. Wait. There it is. You just attained it. I have. Yes. Just now. You are one. I can see it in your eyes. That's you, AC.
That's you, AC.
You're more one than anyone. What about my medallion of spiritual accomplishment? Take mine.
Take ours, AC.
This took you 80 years to achieve. That's okay. I don't like it anymore.
It's for you, AC. Thank you, AC.
In the light of this personal sacrifice you've made, I have no choice but to take the case.
But to be a champion today.
I'll go tell the others.
There you go. Congratulations, AC. You have achieved
champion status.
But I am
am yet to attain omnipresent supergalactic oneness.
Omnipresent supergalactic oneness, a.k.a. you're a champion, AC. All right, so our number. Oh, and this hour, by the way, let me finish this here. This hour, we're going to need 7 champions. 7. And 7 is for the 7 years that one of their patients, Mason, has been treated at the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. So each hour there's a new a goal, amount of champions, and in honor of this, the power given, man. All right, our number over the line 608-321-1670. We were talking a little about Aaron Rodgers. It's one of my favorite soap operas. It's great. It's been not the longest running soap opera, but one of the longer ones, right? It's like As the World Turns. As Aaron Rodgers, as the NFL world turns, Aaron Rodgers peeks his head out and be like, hey, is training camp over yet? No? All right, how about now, yeah? Okay, maybe I'll play then. No, but the Pittsburgh Steelers, they placed the rare right of first refusal tender. That's what it was. It's a type of an unrestricted free agent tag on Rodgers. This move ensures that if Rodgers plays in 2026, the Steelers can match any contract offer he receives, effectively giving them control over his return while he weighs in on retirement. So let's see here. Again, this allows them to retain the right to match the offer for their teams. If Rodgers accepts this tender, he would receive a 10% raise, bringing his 26 salary to $15 million. If Rodgers signs with another team, the Steelers could receive a compensatory draft pick in 2027. So here's the context from AI. This move comes as the team awaits the final decision on its future and seeks to pair him with new head coach Mike McCarthy. I want to see it. I would love to see it. I need some Aaron Rodgers back in the NFL, especially with Big Mike. Selfishly, I want one last ride of it. I know it's not going to turn out like one last ride, RJ. You see the first Fast and Furious, like, this movie rules. And the second one, you're like, this movie also rules. Then it's like, goes to Tokyo Drift.
I haven't seen past the first one. I haven't even seen number 2.
Number 2, it's good.
Okay.
Number 3, then you're just like, all right, what are we doing here? Like, okay, we're going international with this little Tokyo Drift. And then now they're jumping off like skyscrapers and going to space.
Well, hey, when you know how to drive a car.
But, you still want one last ride. You want to check it out. And I want one last ride of Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, when they first started out, it's like Fast and Furious 1 and 2. Like, this rules. And by the end of it, you're like, all right, what are we doing here?
Okay.
But you still at the end kind of want one more. And I want one more.
There you go.
So Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur's brother, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
He was on with What Is Up Clones, Jim Rome. And the discussion of Aaron Rodgers. Are the Cardinals interested?
Aaron Rodgers still is not committed to the Steelers, which begs the question, is he not sure whether or not he wants to return and play, or is he considering other teams? Do you have an interest in Aaron becoming an Arizona Cardinal?
First of all, he's got to be like, dude, you have no idea how much I heard my brother at well, they're busy on Thanksgiving and Christmas. You have no idea how much you heard my brother bitching to me in the offseason about this guy, Aaron Rodgers. He's like, yeah, Gutekunst is in my ear. He's like, I can't wait to get this guy to a darkness retreat, and then we're going to trade his ass. Like, I can't wait. He's like, Aaron Rodgers, despite, getting the NFC Championship games, winning the NFC North, this and that. It's like, I'm ready. I'm sick of hearing about this guy. And Mike LaFleur, who was, probably Matt LaFleur bitching to his brother, I'd imagine. Now Mike LaFleur's like, now I got to hear about this? What?
Becoming an Arizona Cardinal.
Honestly, Jim, right now we're focused on the guys that we got coming in. You got the unit that we have with Gardner and Jacoby and Slovis, and then we draft Carson Beck in the third round. He'll be here Thursday. Finally, we're trying to do some Zoom stuff, so we got a room that we're excited to work with, and that's solely where my focus is.
Perfect.
Is he waiting to graduate?
That's a good question. Carson Beck. Didn't he graduate like 4 years ago?
I thought so. Yeah, what's he doing? He hasn't been taking classes.
He's been,
his capstone course.
He's been living in like a luxury apartment in Miami, RJ, and just chilling with I think like OnlyFans models, kind of.
Where he cheated on his girlfriend with.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
sounds like a great guy to add to your team.
If you're the Cardinals, what do you got? Jacoby Brissett, Carson Beck right there,
Gardner
Minshew. Would you want an Aaron Rodgers?
I don't really think you need him. Like, you're a brand new coach. Do you really want to bring in to a team that's like not that great of an organization?
Yeah. And then here
like as Rodgers, would you even consider it? Would you be
there's
like,
no way.
No, thank you.
And then I was doing a little Google, and so the Steelers' recent decision to apply the unrestricted free agent tender to him, sparked whether Rodgers may be thinking about signing with another team or not. And the Steelers like maybe hedging their bet, be like, no, you come to us. And Big Mike, and who knows? I'm sure Rodgers is in contact with Mike McCarthy. There's no way they're not like talking.
Yeah,
they're thick as thieves. But let's see here. Out of ESPN, they asked the source if the talk was real about the Cardinals. And the response was, no, not at all. They're like, no, not happening.
But yeah, I just don't see it.
Because Nathaniel Hackett, former OC for Matt LaFleur and the Packers, I do believe he is the offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, he is.
Well, okay.
And Rodgers did love him some Hackett.
He did.
But maybe the appeal of one last ride with Mike McCarthy could just be could be a little more. All right, 608-321-1670. I just keep reading like this is a real shot of happening. I don't know. That's for me. It's got to be the Cardinals. No, remember J.J. Watt went to the Cardinals?
Yeah,
that was
and said he would have gone to the Packers. Said the Packers given him even a vet minimum offer,
and they didn't do any of that, did they?
Yeah, but you think he really would have come here for a vet minimum offer?
I'd be curious on that. Really, I would.
I mean, it's easy to say you would after the fact.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know if I believe that.
Well, it didn't turn out great for the Cardinals either. If he would have came to the Packers, it would have been a cool story. He would have sold some jerseys. And you're curious, like, how would it have turned out. Instead, right now, here's what we're waiting for. Micah Parsons. There's a monster. We're waiting for him to come back. And it's not going to be right away.
Yeah.
Brian Gutekunst was on SiriusXM. I'll have to play some comments from Goody. He's talking about the return of Tucker Kraft, the return of Micah Parsons. You got Jonathan Gannon, the new DC, who's on the podium. People are really inspired, I guess, by his not really a speech, but what he had to say and fielding all the questions. And we were talking to Rob Reichel from Forbes.com yesterday about it, and he's like, Ebo, it's just talking on a podium. Like. You can hear all the guys who have the gift of gab and they got the silver tongue and this and that, but it's all about execution. You can talk and talk and talk and have all of that, but at the end of the day, if you're not executing on the field but you talk a big game, Luke Fickell, for example, talks great, right?
Yeah.
And then you see the product in the field. All right, 608-321-1670. We'll take a little break here out of that Brian Gutekunst clip along the way. It is the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, hour 2 of day 1. We're looking for 7 champions this hour. We already have 2, so we need 5 more. It's presented by Wings Credit Union. Call the donor hotline, 1-877-719-KIDS, or WiscoSportsZone.com. Courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Just hit the on the right-hand side the banner for the Radiothon. We'll come right back.
just thinking lines over and over and over again. She cries, don't fall away, leave me to myself. Don't fall away, leave love behind in my hands again. Leave love behind in my hands. Love lies bleeding.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes.
This is Over the Line.
Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. And it was a little Cinco de Mayo yesterday, RJ.
Oh, yeah.
Little Cinco de Mayo.
What was the...
Well, first we had the going away party.
Oh, we did? That is
for
true.
one of the people that work here at the Nitty Gritty in Middleton. I love... Was it wrong of me to do what I did at the...
No, you were done for the day, dude.
No. Not having a Corona.
Oh.
The our Lindsay, who is I always forget her job. She's like the boss of the sales. Like what is she? The VP. What's her position again?
Oh, VP.
She's like the boss or whatever
business
for
development.
For the sales side.
Yeah.
She ordered a ton of appetizers.
Yeah.
And included in those appetizers were a bunch of burger sliders. Now, I will say here at Midwest Family Broadcasting, well, for the party that we were at and all the people that work here, us guys are kind of more in the minority now.
Yes,
There's a lot more women that work here than guys.
Yes.
And a lot of the ladies, they just did a walking, like a walk challenge, and they're all calorie conscious, I would say. There's like a big health movement going on.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of sliders that were ordered, and I'm protein maxing, and I noticed that a lot of people weren't eating the sliders, and you know what I saw on those burger sliders were, pieces of burger meat.
Pieces of.
So I asked around. I'm like, "Hey, you guys gonna eat any of these?" The consensus kind of was no.
Yeah.
So I went to the sliders and I just took out the patties. I left the buns.
The meat.
I just took the patties and left the buns. I think I ate like 6 sliders without the bun, just the patties. And sitting there was just the buns. Was that wrong of me to do, RJ?
No.
One person made a comment saying, "Why are there just buns sitting here?"
Because nobody was eating them, and I didn't need the buns.
And I had like 5 burger patties in my hand, just eating them. Was that
little wheat buns?
was that wrong of me, or was I doing the right thing?
I think you're fine.
Okay, good. Someone did say, "Why? What's with all the buns?" I'm like, well, I'm trying to cut the carbs out. All right, how are you feeling about the Green Bay? How are you feeling about the Green Bay Packers after what we heard? Playing the comments yesterday from Jonathan Gannon,
the Gannon cannon,
Cam McCord, DC special teams. People now are inspired. So the Packers are going to be really good this year. And I'm asking, our guy Sean in Greenleaf said, "Morning, Nebo. I am feeling excited about this Packers season because you don't know what to expect. The unknown is always exciting." Yeah, the great unknown. I like that. You let the mind wander. This is when you start thinking of big things.
Yeah.
What can Jonathan Gannon, is he a 3-4? Is it a 4-3? He's like, we're just an NFL defense, man.
Yeah.
We're just a defense. Like, okay. Then he mentioned something along the lines of not having a playbook, and I think people took that literally. Well, he definitely has one. Don't worry about that. Gannon did say, though, and I think that's what a lot of people are excited about, is an offense that's led by Jordan Love. Gannon is one of them.
This is a good crew on offense, having to try to defend them for, a couple different years. But Jordan Love, that was a huge thing to me, and I think he's in the top tier. So, if you got those things right, you probably have a chance to win.
You think or Jordan Love top tier. Gannon also talked about how good of a quarterback, is Jordan Love.
Top tier guy. I mean, he's good. He can make all the throws. He doesn't give you chances to take the ball away. He protects the football. He's mobile and smart. Obviously, that's probably a better question for Matt. But just competing against them, accuracy, decision making, his legs. He's hard to defend.
I would only push, and this is not I would push back a little bit, saying I don't know how much of a runner Jordan Love is when it comes to. He can. We've seen it. He's just not like a gazelle out there, So, yeah.
It's just not like a gazelle out there.
It's not, he's not the fastest of guys.
Absolutely.
I just see him tossing the ball, throwing it. So, how are you feeling about the Green Bay Packers? Good, bad, and unknown. Sean said, but he likes the unknown.
Yeah,
he likes the unknown. 608-321-1670. Adam Stenovich, the OC. He was talking to on the podium. We heard a little bit from him yesterday. But when it comes to the offense, he was talking specifically when he opened up his presser about the offensive line. He's like, we need to get better on the offensive line. If you're better on the offensive line, what does that do? It makes better for more time for Jordan Love. Therefore, Jordan Love will get better. We'll hear from Steno coming up, 608-321-1670. Line 1, good morning.
Did they hit us with the Gannon yesterday, Evo?
Corey, I can hit it. The Gannon. I didn't, but I was waiting. Maybe today I'll do it.
I was wondering if I was saying the Packers hit us with the Gannon finally.
Gannon.
Classic. Yeah. Sometimes it feels a bit like the Badgers. you like to say this is like the best time of the season, and it's the same way with the Packers. So I'll be curious to see what Robbie's feedback is tomorrow on some of that stuff, and then the stats about Keyshawn Nixon on like, the money downs and what have you. So
Yeah.
Plenty of time. Yeah. We'll see what they can do. It'll be fun. Once we get into training camp, then we'll really get into the burger patties of the season, as you'd say. So that probably only ended up being like a quarter pound of a burger anyway, so those things are always so tiny. Like those little guys.
They were really little. They were really little.
Sliders, yeah. They're basically like, they're sliders, right? So,
yeah.
I'm always predisposed to the roast beef, like the shaved, like those kind of sliders. I tend to like those a little more than the burgers, just because, I don't know.
Yeah, you like what
I
you
want
like.
a burger,
You like what you like.
I like the full burger versus like kind of getting teased a little bit with like the slider burger. But
Yeah.
a nice snack though. So
it is.
But yeah, really not much else going on, like you guys have been saying, and good to hear about the radio's ongoing. My wife was enjoying listening to the stories because she does a lot of work down at UW Hospital. One of the folks that work there, so it's always good hearing some of the
Does she
stories.
have to pay
from
for
back
parking
then.
down there? That's one of the things that's crazy. Like, does she pay for parking? Yeah.
Yep. Goes right to UW Sports.
Yep.
Ironically. So yeah. About $1,400 a year. That's what
I
it
would
was.
say it's pretty penny. Yeah.
Not cheap. I
Not
guess
cheap,
it's somebody's got to pay for that McMansion for Fickle, and it ain't gonna be him. It ain't gonna be him.
No.
All right, gentlemen.
No.
Well,
Corey,
that's
you're the
really
man,
it.
brother.
That's really all I got for you
Yeah.
this morning. All right, you're the man. Have a good day.
See you, brother.
Yeah, bye.
See you, Corey. You're the man. All right, now, I didn't think of this. Our girl Cindy from Madison just texted in about, I was saying we were at the going away party yesterday, and there was all those burger sliders. No one was eating them.
Yeah.
So I just took the burger patty out, and I left the bun there. And I didn't even think of this, Cindy. Cindy said, I can't believe you just ate the burger and left the bun on the platter, dude. That's so wrong. Take the whole thing, then throw the bun away. If you're not going to eat the bun, that's like eating all the topping off the pizza and leaving the crust. You crazy guy. Cindy, I didn't even think to to throw away the bun. I thought maybe, some of the sliders, full disclosure, had lettuce and tomato on it too. I left maybe someone wanted a nice veggie sandwich.
Oh, that is true.
So,
Didn't think of that.
maybe they wanted a veggie sandwich. Or also there was these mini corn dogs. There was an opportunity to take the mini corn dogs, put them between the buns, and eat like a mini hot dog sandwich, corn dog sandwich. I don't. Yeah, Cindy, you are kind of right though. Maybe I should have at least hid the bun. Toss. I don't know. I didn't even think of that, Cindy.
Didn't even think of it. What are you doing?
That's probably why people were wondering, because near the end of the party, they're like, "Why is there just buns sitting here?" That probably. I should have covered my tracks. That's what I should have done. Cindy, you're right on that. Waste not, want not. You ever heard of that?
Coworkers.
You ever heard of that? Waste not, want not. Maybe someone really liked bread. Waste not, want not. I should have brought him for Grant Bills. Just brought him buns. He would have probably eaten
He got some food because there was some brought back.
Yeah. Yeah, I did feel weird about leaving I didn't know what to do with the bun. I just wanted the I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in hindsight, you could have taken like the plate to put the whole thing on, and then But then you got another plate that has buns on it still.
It's. I think I was in kind of a lose-lose situation there. It's like the Seinfeld episode, the top of the muffin to you. What do you do with the bottom half of the muffin? Because Elaine had the idea, like, you can't just make the top of the muffin. You have to make the whole muffin, and then you pop the top off. And then what do you do with the stumps? And in Seinfeld, they tried to give them away to the Remember, they tried to give away the homeless, and they didn't want them. They got offended by it. So what did they have to do? They had to call in a specialist. At the end of the episode, they called in Newman, who just brought in a gallon of milk and a glass, and off he went eating the stumps. I should have called in a Newman yesterday for the bread.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't. 608-321-1670, line 2. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good, brother. How are you, man? What's going on?
Not much. So, my fiance's work when the draft came along. They've made they do food and stuff, and they made tons of extra stuff for the draft and everything, and they ended up losing money, like you guys were saying. It was not as big and as good as they thought it would be. I know other businesses and stuff got hit pretty good, but they were at the draft, they were selling stuff, and they didn't even break even. And us that lived over by the stadium, we got notified in the mail to try to keep our traveling down around the area.
Okay.
They kind of notified us.
Yeah. What's your name, man? Who is this?
It's Nick from Green Bay.
Nick from Green Bay. What's going on, Nick? How we living? What's going on?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Hey,
not much.
How you feeling about the Packers this coming year after hearing from Jonathan Gannon and Cam McCord, and how we feeling about the upcoming season?
I'm feeling good. He said the same thing as anybody else would say. And
Yeah.
I was kind of anticipating that. It was just one of those things you have to say as the new guy.
Yeah.
But coming from where he's coming from, I think he's got a good head and shoulders, and I think he'll be able to do some good things on that side of the ball.
Definitely. We feeling like maybe fighting for the NFC North, winning it, a little playoff appearance, yeah?
Oh, I do believe so. Everybody's real high on the Bears, but they had a lot of one-chance points or one-score games where Caleb Williams came back to the fourth, which, comeback Caleb, I was calling him for a bit there because I work with the Bears fan, but I don't know if he'll be able to have the same magic as he had last year this year.
Right. Hey, anything else, brother, before I let you go?
Go Pack, go, baby.
Hell yeah, man. Have a good one, man. See you, buddy.
You too. Thank
you.
Lost money on the draft.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Okay.
And it's all because people didn't take the sliders. I assume that's what brought that call. You talking about eating just the sliders.
Rock and Rick says, you don't have birds in Madtown to give those to? Oh, there's birds.
Oh.
I wasn't really thinking of the birds, though.
No.
I wasn't. All right. We'll take a little break here. Don't forget the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon underway. Become a champion today. Presented by Wings Credit Union. Call the donor hotline 1-877-719-KIDS or online WiscoSportsman.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. We'll get more into it coming up. So
This is Over the Line.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. We are in the midst of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. Day 1, hour 2. Need 7 champions this hour. Let's see here. We have 4, need 3 more. 3 more. All donations stay local. Help the local kids right here. Power of giving, man. Presented by Wings Credit Union. You can call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. On the right, you'll see a banner ad of the Children's Hospital Radiothon. Just click it. Thanks to Goodman's Jewelers, and boom, become a champion. Some awesome stuff here. There's some stories coming up. We'll get Lori on. Her story always gets me. It's a tearjerker. She unfortunately had lost her daughter at a young age because of cancer, and she was part of the first ever American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, and then Lori carries on the legacy by being fronting this every year. So she's a doll, man, and her story is really touching. So we'll get Lori on a little later here. All right, 608-321-1670, our number. You can call it in, text it in. No Brewers yesterday. Rain in St. Louis. Rain, RJ. Get a roof.
Get a roof, you pores.
Get a roof, you pores.
The Cardinals cannot afford to be champions.
Poverty franchise.
Yep.
Even if you have a roof, sometimes it can help you. Like Cardinals, take a note from the Brewers. They have a roof. They used it. It helped the Brewers win a game.
How about the Rockies? They got snowed out.
It snowed out.
On May 5th.
That's Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
That's Cinco de Mayo, RJ.
The 5th of May.
All right, real quick on the Brewers. I was looking at ESPN.com. It was stock watch for Major League Baseball teams. Brewers sitting here at 12.
Oh.
Let's see here. Lack of homers, and not Simpson. Home runs. The Brewers get up there. They try to hit a home run. You know what they say? And then opposing teams and fans go, ha ha.
Wow.
That's pretty bad. The Brewers are built around athleticism, and that trait continues to pay off in excellent team defense and elite stolen base totals. But this team that fell one step shy of the World Series in 2025 to take the final stride and take down the Dodgers, the Brewers need to hit more home runs. That's funny to read out loud. To take the final stride and take down the Dodgers, the Brewers need to hit more homers.
Okay.
What's one thing that, smallest market, when it comes to payroll, not really there.
Yeah.
We always talking about getting that big move, right, to get a big bat.
Yep.
Well, Andrew Vaughn's back from injury. I know he went.
Churio's back.
Over. He's got to, warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Jackson Churio went 4 for 4 his first game back.
No home runs, but
no,
all hits with nobody on base.
Yeah. Sal Frelick hit a home run on the other night.
He's crushing. Kind of.
Let's see here. Entering Tuesday's game at St. Louis, Milwaukee had 4 homers on the season away from American Family Field. 4. So you need Yelly back, too. Jackson Churio, healthy will certainly help. It's a start. They said if you add up the homers hit by Milwaukee shortstops, third basemen, left fielders, and center fielders, you can express that answer with just your index finger. I'm not the greatest at numbers, RJ, but is that 1?
That?
Yeah, the index finger. Yeah. They said, yep, Garrett Mitchell homered as a center fielder, and that's it. 1 homer from 4 positions. Homie. Can I do my Krista? RJ, chicks do dig the long ball.
They do.
Someone needs to tell the Milwaukee Brewers that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, I saw Christian Yelich. If you saw it over Instagram, he got booed up. He's got. They've gone social media, Instagram public with their relationship.
Hey, you got to be careful on booing.
I'm not booing. I'm just saying, chicks dig the long ball. So
right, but
maybe Yelich doesn't care about getting chicks anymore.
We've already booed a pitcher into being better.
Yep, Trevor
you gotta
McGill.
Be careful on how you use the word boo now.
Yeah, there's different boos. Yeah, chicks dig the long ball. Chicks dig it.
Yeah.
Maybe, RJ, you had sent this to me a couple of days ago. This aired on May 2nd, 1999. We'll play this for the Milwaukee Brewers. There's some good-looking chicks there in the stands.
Yeah.
Fawning.
How long are they going to worship this guy? Hey! We got Cy Young winners over here!
There's Mark McGuire. They're buying his shoes, batting practice, reading the science of hitting. We're lifting weights. Running up, doing kettlebell workouts.
Step into it!
Hitting each other in the abs with a bat.
Step into it.
Hitting out tees.
Feel bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Tom.
Chicks dig the long ball.
Chicks dig the long ball. Now,
Hey, have you guys seen Mark?
one thing they're missing in that little montage, though, one thing they're missing in that montage of hitting the long ball, though, is something that Mark McGuire had that they didn't.
Andro.
The juice.
Hey, Andro was legal at the time.
Yeah, they needed a little extra oomph, you know?
Like in Rocky where they show the needle.
They need the Brewers need a little oomph, okay?
In Drago's training montage.
Drago just getting juiced up. Chicks dig the long ball, all right? Brewers, someone play that ad for him. Maybe Ryan Braun could come back and give a little pep talk.
There you go.
You guys heard of Biogenesis? This is a new company called Genesis Bio. It's completely different.
Completely different.
Completely different.
Not steroids at all.
Not at all. Is it above board? Well, you don't. We don't ask those questions. You don't ask questions.
They provide stuff. It can't be traced right now.
You don't ask. You just take. Okay. Then you take some more.
And if you get caught, just say it was on your prescriptions.
Or we'll do what Braun did. He was getting things delivered to him to Milwaukee under whose name? It was a pitcher he was using. Who was Braun? Braun would get things mailed to him, and he would he was like, send it to this guy instead, then it'll be a package for me. God, what pitcher was it? I got to go look again. It was in that big, long article about the franchise. We'll find it. We'll find it, RJ. All right, 608-321-1670. Our number, American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon continuing on, though. I'll give you more details about it coming up soon.
This is Over the Line.
It's also illegal. It's not illegal. It's frowned upon.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Welcome back in. There you go, RJ. To answer the question, ending last segment about chicks dig the long ball, Mark McGuire, the Nike ad, and the Brewers right now they need more home runs. When we look last, they were second to last in home runs in the majors.
Yep.
That was yesterday. We looked at that. Obviously, didn't play last night. The game was rained out. But we're saying maybe Ryan Braun could come in and give a motivational speech, and also. It's like, you guys heard of Biogenesis? No. There's a new company called Genesis Bio. Completely different. And then, going down memory lane a bit here. DEA documents. Ryan Braun instructed his associate to mail packages containing, allegedly, the testosterone cream, the PEDs. When you send them in a package, put it under the teammates, or under the name of his teammate, Brewers pitcher Sean Markham. That's... Remember, Braun was getting packages, but it wasn't to him. He's like, put Sean Markham on it. They'll never suspect a thing. So,
because look at that guy.
I go, hey, do you think Sean knew? Braun's like, just put Sean Markham on it. Okay, just do that. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Send it to a P.O. box. All right, 608-321-1670. Also, we have the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon going on. We're in hour 2 of day 1, needing 7 champions this hour. We have 5. We need 2 more before 8 o'clock hits. It's presented by Wings Credit Union. Become a champion. Call the donor hotline at 1-877-7719-KIDS. Or, thanks to Goodman's Jewelers, our website, WiscoSportsZone.com. You can donate there. Become a champion. It's a nonprofit hospital. All the money stays local for local. And it's just, we're helping out the kids, man. And it's a great feeling, the power of giving back and knowing you're helping a kid that's battling through something, just kind of experience as much as they can a normal life, or something that takes their mind off of what they're going through while they're at the children's hospital.
Mm-hmm.
All right, RJ, for news of the weird, RJ.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, okay.
Now, Live Golf is kind of cratering, right?
Yeah, seems like it's going to be gone soon.
Bryson DeChambeau's got a plan, though.
Well, at least not backed by the Saudis anymore.
Bryson DeChambeau's got a plan if Live Golf can't survive beyond the season. You want to know what it is?
What's that?
YouTube.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
He's already doing that.
Bryson DeChambeau, the 2-time major champion, said 2 days ago that he's prepared to grow his YouTube channel, RJ, if Live Golf doesn't survive, and play in tournaments that want him. The 32-year-old has had some conversation with the PGA Tour, but will not specify about his potential pathway back to his former circuit and what it might look like if Live folds. But RJ, he said, and I quote, "I think from my perspective, I would love to grow my YouTube channel 3 times, maybe even more, 4 times."
3 times? Oh, okay.
So I would love to. I'd love to do a bunch of dubbing in different languages, giving the world more reason to watch YouTube. And then I'd love to play into the tournaments that want me.
Well, doesn't that already do that now? It automatically translates yours into AI different languages?
That's a great. I don't know. All I know is RJ. Who isn't watching YouTube?
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambeau said, I love to get people watching YouTube more. I think everyone's watching YouTube.
Because he does that breaking whatever with guests and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see here. DeChambeau is one of the biggest stars to join, obviously, Live in 2022, June. He was among 11 golfers who sued the PGA Tour later that year, alleging it used its monopoly power to unfairly suspend players who joined Live Golf. He did withdraw from the federal lawsuit in May of 2023.
He has 2.69 million followers.
I think his channel, that's his YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good right there.
Yeah. But, I mean, if he wants to multiply it by 3 times,
yeah,
I mean, that becomes
that's more money coming.
I don't even know what the most followed channel is, but I'm assuming it's more than that.
DeChambeau, though, it's not oil. It's not Saudi money, RJ. It's not that oil money. But YouTube money, I mean, internet money on the internet, that's
also outside of
you can get a lot.
PGA exemptions, what golf tournaments are there to play in?
That's a great question. Maybe you can do they can be the incredible driver guy. You know, he could be like Happy Gilmore. You can go to driving ranges and do a driving contest.
Hit the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
Maybe you can do that. Let's see here. DeChambeau, let's see here. On Tuesday, described potential punishment from the PGA Tour as, quote, quite unfortunate, in my opinion, considering what I could do for them.
Like, he'd be one of those kind of like, I don't know how Brooks Koepka got back in, but like it was a year suspension from his last tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you like bow out now. I think he still got to play in the majors. He had an exemption for, but then now he's back in the PGA. Like, I don't know if you need like ramifications for leaving, because I think the monopoly, like, I believe it went in favor of the PGA.
Yeah, you must be the monopoly guy.
Yeah.
You know what they told Bryson DeChambeau?
Do not pass go.
Do not collect $200.
Huh.
DeChambeau did say, and I quote, the egos need to get dropped. That's funny coming from him. Everybody needs to come in with a level-headed playing field with an opportunistic mindset to grow the game of golf. That's why I came over here. That's why I do what I do now on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean,
Bryson DeChambeau, and I quote, the egos need to get dropped.
Yeah. Like, imagine leaving for just a paycheck and coming back and being like, and I don't deserve all this.
No.
Who has the ego there?
I'm taking my talents to YouTube. Which, hey, the internet money is a real thing, man. You can be very successful on YouTube. So Bryson, good for you. I mean, have at it. They said it won't be long, though, before he must decide his future. His contract with Live Golf expires after this season.
Like, at this point, I'd just not renew it and then stop playing, and then you can come back and play, like, at this time next year. But, like, you'll still get to play in the Masters if you have an exemption. I think it's just other events that you'd have to qualify for, I don't think. And who knows? Maybe even if you get sponsors exemptions, you can play in them. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah, in case I didn't say it, Koepka did, or not Koepka, DeChambeau did drop.
Yeah, he dropped out of the suit.
And then Soul Surfer says, I believe Brooks Koepka re-signed from the PGA, didn't bring a lawsuit against them or something like that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They come crawling back. All right, RJ, you the man?
Yeah.
I do believe we have a guest coming in from the American Family Children's Hospital, so I think we're going to get one of the families on. We'll do that.
All right.
And we'll continue on. Stick around. Be right back.
All right.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Packers officially introduced their defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, the other day, just a few months after actually hiring him. He'll replace Jeff Hafley, which Hafley had changed the Packers from a 3-4 defense to a 4-3 unit over the last 2 seasons. Gannon is seen as a guy that runs a 3-4, so he was asked whether a change back to that could be coming.
I don't really get caught up into 4-3, 3-4. We're an NFL-style defense, hopefully. You got to continually every year try to adapt and solve problems and really with your guys in mind, right? So this is a whole new crew for me that we're just getting to learn, all new different players. That's kind of what I mean by that.
Green Bay entered phase 2 of the offseason program this week, meaning they can do some work on the field and individual drills, and they're doing so with a new quarterback on the roster. Veteran Tyrod Taylor was signed to likely serve as the backup for Jordan Love. He comes to town after spending the last 2 years with the New York Jets. Taylor, 36 years old, will be on his 18th since coming into the league in 2011. Meanwhile, Wisconsin football is getting some time off after spring practice and will get summer workouts going in a few weeks.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Well, the Brewers and Cardinals series was postponed last night due to rain in the area in St. Louis. Last night's game will be made up as a doubleheader on July 7th. The two teams will close out their series this afternoon. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
All right, welcome back in. We are in hour 3 now of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, asking you to become a champion today. It's presented by Wings Credit Union. You call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or at wiscosportszone.com, our station's website. At the right-hand side of it, you'll see the banner ad. That's courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. And we need 4 champions this hour, 4 for the Level 4 Epilepsy Center for the Neurological Services. I know Lori is in here. We'll get to Lori coming up. But first, we have Brittany. Good morning.
Good
morning, Brittany. We have Mason.
Say good morning.
Good morning, Mason. And we have Haley.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Mason, what is that, a dinosaur you got there, buddy? What do you got there?
A dinosaur named Sinosaurosaurus.
Am I saying Sanosaurosaurus?
Sinosaurosaurus.
Thank you. Are you?
Cerosaurus.
You're the dinosaur expert.
Yeah.
Did you?
And I love dinosaurs.
Do you have a favorite one?
Sinosaurosaurus.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to work on the pronunciation. I got to work on saying that. All right.
What does Mom call him, Mason? What does Mom call him?
Claw.
Claw. I like that.
He's got really long
yeah,
claws,
he does.
And Mom's not remembering Therizinosaurus.
Mom, Brittany,
Yes.
Tell us the story. What did you come to be with the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon and with the American Family Children's Hospital? Obviously, it's not for we don't want to go to the hospital,
Right.
you know. So tell us the story of what all has unfolded and why we're here becoming champions.
Yeah, Mason kind of all started when he was 5 months old. He started having some seizures. I was feeding him at home, just kind of out of nowhere, started having seizures. So obviously we took him and rushed him to the children's hospital, and it's kind of been a whirlwind since then. They found out that he has a form of epilepsy that's genetic, caused by one of the genes that he's missing, and he's actually has a bigger diagnosis where he's missing 36 genes on his 16th chromosome.
Really? Wow.
Yep. And that's called a 16p11.2 microdeletion, in case anybody out there is wondering what the actual diagnosis is.
And I'm sure you've never even heard of that before, right? Never even would have thought of it.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. So with that, it kind of goes with having speech delay, some learning disabilities, and other things in life, seizures, lots of other things. And then as we were figuring all of that out, we also discovered that he has an immune regulation issue. So his body not only doesn't make the antibodies it needs to fight infections, his body will overreact to the slightest thing. So if he stays up too late, if he gets the beginning of a cold, and that kind of presents itself by his airway swelling.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
well, props to you for coming out and sharing the story. I know it got just pulls at the heartstrings. It's got to be tough, but also, to soldier on and be like, all right, I'm mom, I'm here, I got you, and like it's such a great thing to come out and do this, and then also, ask people to become champions, to help out, like have a somewhat normal life for Mason, right? Because if you're in the hospital all the time, like I couldn't imagine being in the like for you.
Yeah,
it's got to be tough. Like it's got to be hard. But with the American Family Children's Hospital, I mean, has it gotten not easier but more manageable? I would say
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, what they've really done for us, having the Child Life program, Mason, whenever it was okay, Mason, we got to go to a doctor's appointment, and at one point in time, we were actually literally almost there every 2.5 days for almost a whole year.
Wow.
So we saw so many specialists in Child Life. They meet us at the door, and Mason always asked, are the people with the toys going to be there? So it wasn't just going to a doctor's. For him, it was like, oh yeah, we got to do blood work, and I got to sit there, but they're going to bring me toys. We're going to hang out, and they'll maybe, go to the playroom, hang out, have some snacks. And I mean, that made it manageable for me. And for Haley, she was 4 when it all started. Yeah. They really helped us navigate how to explain it to her, because I didn't know anything about it. And how do you explain to your 4-year-old what any of that means? So,
that's heavy stuff. But it's to take your mind off of the heavy, you know, it's to take your mind off of the heavy, because we used to, I've been down to the children's hospital, and you don't feel like you're in a hospital.
No.
It's like you're like they got a theater, they got all this stuff to distract you, they got this and that, and epilepsy too. I did not realize because to me, I had no really idea how severe it could be.
Yeah.
So that's how big of a shock was it for you when you're learning all of this, and then how dealing with it throughout these years? How's it been for you?
I mean, it was obviously very much of a shock. I mean, epilepsy to me before Mason started was, the typical shaking, like a convulsive seizure. And the first seizures that Mason actually had, he was having clusters of seizures, and they were focal seizures. So he would stare off into the distance, and that was a seizure. And
did you know at the time that was a seizure?
Something in my mom gut told me that I think that's what that is, but I really had no idea. It was just, I know I got to get him to the hospital. I explained what happened, and on the way to the hospital, he actually started having convulsive seizures.
Oh, wow.
And his seizures were so bad and so long that his breathing basically plummeted, and so did his heart rate. So everything slowed down, so he would stop breathing during his seizures, which is terrifying.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And then to get there, and then with again, this is what we're doing for the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. Thanks for sharing the story. Really appreciate
absolutely.
it. How's and how old is he now?
He is 7 now.
7. How's the 7 years been? Have we managing, learning?
Science is still catching up. We don't know exactly what's going on aside from that 16P, but we've got a treatment plan. We do infusion every week. Mom and Dad, we do a subcutaneous infusion with Mason. He's got to sit down for 2 hours, and he gets antibodies to replace what his body can't make itself, and that's been keeping him healthy. And we continue to follow up with pulmonology and immunology and neurology, all of the people. Yeah. So we get our check-ins. They're less frequent and less urgent. So
that's good.
It's
good.
Amazing. Yes.
Well, see, Mason, you're a cool little guy, man. I'll tell you that. I love the dinosaurs.
Are you pretty cool?
Yes.
Are you cooler than a motorcycle, man? Cooler than the flip side of a pillow.
Yeah.
We got big plans for Mother's Day or anything? Brittany,
honestly, big plans for Mother's Day for me is like a day of quiet and relaxing and hanging out outside, right?
Yep. What else do you like to do? You like to run around outside? What else besides dinosaurs? What else is fun?
I want to run around outside and play outside.
I
in
love it.
water.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer.
Yeah.
So we'll get at that water park one of these days. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a little cold this morning. I think there was almost a frost warning again. Well, Brittany, can you express? I mean, maybe for people listening out there, like what the American Family Children, what it means for you and Mason and your guys' journey.
Yeah, I mean, they've been there through everything. I mean, I can't even tell you when you're walking in those doors and you don't know what's going on. They were there to answer the questions that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
It was, here's some food, here's some water. You need to take care of yourself. We've got Mason for right now. If you're not strong enough to be there for him, then... How
were you juggling it? Like how, looking back on it now, I mean, was it just kind of like a blur, or how'd you do it?
I mean, it's survival mode. We all just kind of, get into that spot where you're living, right? And you're dealing with it. And, we've all been there and you don't realize you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you just take it, one foot in front of the other.
Made you a
Some
stronger
days-
person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, good for you. Keep the head held up high. I mean, you're strong. I'll tell you that. Big time.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to get out there before? Haley, did you want to say anything?
No.
You want to get out there? Say something? No?
No.
No? Mason? Hey, Mason.
No.
Mason, you keep on keeping on, my man, all right?
Yeah. Do you want to say?
Yeah.
Get everybody to donate. To say, please donate.
Please donate.
Yeah. Become a champion today. It's American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. And happy early Mother's Day, Brittany.
Thank you very
much. And props to you for just being out there and doing it and living. All right, become a champion today. Call the donor hotline 1-877-719-KIDS. Or you can go to wiscosportsman.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Become a champion today. Laura, do you want to come on a little later? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Rule number 1, there are no rules.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon. New DC.
Gannon.
The Gannon. Got people fired up about the Packers coming up here. Seeing now over the timeline, it's like Packers, they're going to have that dog, and I'm coming to fear or not, the Packers are going to be a force to be reckoned with. My question, though, how are you feeling about it? I know it's a lot of talk, but it's hard not to get inspired and fired up from the Gannon with his talk. Cam McCord as well, the special teams coordinator. Brian Gutekunst, the GM, he was on Sirius Radio talking about Micah Parsons, Tucker Kraft, their return, and also the approach they had to the offseason. Provided an update on those guys as well. Take a listen here to Goody. He was on Sirius XM. Let me just hit play.
I think we have a very good team. We had some unfortunate injuries as we went through the year last year that affected us significantly, but I felt really good about our football team. But we were going to lose a number of guys in free agency, just kind of from a cap perspective, what we were going to be able to do with them. So, we brought Zaire in. Once we realized we weren't going to be able to get Quay Walker back, we brought Zaire in. And we really just tickled about the fact that we were able to get a guy with his kind of experience to come in and play middle linebacker for us. And so that was really, really important. Last year when we made the Micah trade, we had Kenny Clark was part of that trade. So bringing Javon Hargrave in, I think just, a little bit of a veteran presence in that inside interior defensive line was important for us for that room. And again, to get a guy that, has the pelts on the wall that he has, we were excited about that as well. At the same time, with these guys that we lost in free agency, we wanted to make sure we protected our compensatory picks for next year. So we really do think we're going to get 3 or 4 pretty good compensatory picks in next year's draft. So that was kind of the thought process as we went through it. We felt good about our roster. Didn't think we needed to do a ton in free agency. And, again, we wanted to make sure we protected those compensatory picks moving forward.
Update on 2 guys. I thought your team, and I'm sure you feel similar, was completely different after the injury to Tucker Kraft. Obviously, you traded for Micah Parsons and had to deal with that as well. You got an update on those 2 guys?
Yeah, no, they're doing great. Tuck's been here every day, and he's obviously a little bit ahead of schedule just because his injury happened quite earlier than Micah's did. But Micah's he's a little bit of a freak, and so I think some of that's taken over, and he's doing really well as well. So certainly expect both those guys back early in the season, and it'll be a big part of what we're doing moving forward.
There you go. There's Brian Gutekunst on Sirius XM talking about how expecting hopefully to get those guys back. Oh yeah, right here. You sit down right there. Here we go. Let me turn the mic on here. Hang on. Put those headphones on.
Okay. Hi.
Marquette Ron in the house.
Go Marquette.
Hey Ron, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. We're doing the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. We're just talking some Packers too.
Oh yeah.
Not any basketball chatter for Marquette.
That's okay. It's okay. It was a bad year.
Well, do you think? Well, we'll do a little chatter quick. Do you think that Shaka Smart's finally going to use the transfer portal?
He is.
Yeah.
God, he has to. I mean,
I know he has to. It kind of showed last year.
Yeah, I got a lot of alumni that are, if money's going to come in, better get it.
Are they okay? It's because Wisconsin, they're looking for money too.
Right.
For NIL.
Right.
Marquette. I mean, are you guys coughing up for your basketball team or what?
I mean, there's money there, but it's not like the big schools. It's like, I mean, I don't know.
Who's even like your biggest alum? Who's like a big pocket alum?
Marcus Lemonis.
Okay. Marquette Library has I think it's the original.
They do
works of J.R.R. Tolkien. Lord of the Rings. You could sell those, I bet, for a pretty penny to bring
Probably could, but
to bring in some money.
Yeah, but his family, they donated them to us, and every year they do bring them out.
I know.
And they have like a festival and stuff, and you can see the original manuscripts of all the Lord of the Rings. It's pretty cool.
A National Treasure where Nick Cage steals the deck. You and I do that kind of like. I got an idea. We're gonna steal the original manuscript of Lord of the Rings.
It would just be an idea. We would never.
No, we would never do it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, right.
Wink. But yeah, and even if you were to sell them off, you'd probably just be able to get like maybe 1 or 2 players for 1 year, and then they'd just transfer
It's
elsewhere.
about right.
Probably. Yeah, so
It's about right. So.
Would it be worth it? I don't know.
I don't know.
What else is new, man? How's life?
Nothing. Hey, look, UW Hospital.
I-
Radiothon.
I know.
Good
So,
stuff.
Ron, I mean, I'm sure you got a lot of
Good
stories
stuff.
about the American Family Children's Hospital Radio.
Was there a lot with our son Gio and 2 brain surgeries there.
Two brain
Two brain
surgeries there.
surgeries there. Yep. And neurology department, UW, the children's neurology department. Great work. Gio's now almost 21, so
That's crazy,
a
man.
long- yeah.
So Marquette around here, he also has his own Geo's Garden.
Geo's Garden, yep.
Which is it's for the respite for
it's a
families
respite
with
care
special
center.
needs.
Yep,
Yeah.
where if for parents with special needs kids, where they can they get time because they don't have a lot of time.
Well,
birth to 7 years old. We help take care of their kids.
And you were experiencing that obviously with Geo. And how old was Geo when you guys started Geo's Garden?
He was because his birth to 7, he was already 7. So it was never for him.
So
It
for
was
those
for
first
other
7
kids.
years, well, obviously for Geo's whole life, but those first 7 years, how much do you think you were in a hospital, like the like the children's hospital?
I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in the hospital, I would say, at least 4 to 5 times a year. And then the surgeries, those were both, 14 days in the hospital. Then there were other surgeries. He had so many that there were, you'd spend days in the hospital. And
So
stuff,
you're in the children's hospital.
Yep.
But,
great staff.
how did for a parent, right? Like, how do you find any normalcy? How do you find time? How do you find to make a meal? How do you like what did the children's hospital help with you while you're going through all that?
So so the meals that are provided for the parents when they're there, so that and then Child Life, where they would come in and give the parents a little bit of a break so they could go outside or do other things to leave the room, but also so that the kids are playing with other people other than their parents and are being distracted from what is going on around them.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a very, very difficult time, but it's it's the staff. It's the staff that really matter.
Well, I know.
The nursing staff at UW. I cannot say enough of all the time we spent there. All of them were the ones that really made that ship keep going.
Yeah, well, when we think about, obviously, it's the children for the children's hospital and the radiothon, but I think some people don't maybe think about or understand what goes for the parents. Like, again, we're talking about normalcy, but how do you even, like, if you have other children that aren't in the hospital, like, how do you give them attention? How do you find time to pay a bill or go grocery shopping or this? They have services for that.
They have all those services. They have I think it's Tyler's place. So Gio's brother Benicio would have a place to go, so he's not sitting in the hospital, and it's a playroom and all of that. And life isn't normal.
No,
life is never normal in these situations. You just have to. If you keep a schedule going, that's really like the best and the only way to do it.
Yeah.
And just that's how I would do it and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're the kids. They don't know a lot of times what's going on.
Yeah.
So you're having to be there and like the stress of both. As a parent, and then what is your kid going through?
Yeah. Maybe. Well, Ron. I mean, by the way, did you get a haircut? You're looking extra handsome today. You're looking
thanks.
extra dapper. I'm just going.
Yeah, I try.
You doll up for over the line here. You put a little gel in the hair, looking good. You obviously, Gio is now. You said 21.
21. Yep, that's correct.
That's crazy, man. Maybe for people listening that are going through something right now. Like you said, it never gets easier. You always learn how to deal with it. But I feel like now, like Gio, pretty successful, right? We're out of the house. We're living on our own.
Yeah.
Like, what would be your best advice for maybe a family that's going through something right now, like maybe can't see a light at the end of the tunnel or something?
I never saw a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
For sure. There is an end. It takes a village though, and I will say that for all the years, raising Gio, we had. When we were in the hospitals, we had the staff, the nurses, and stuff like that. Madison School District. He went through all the way and graduated from Memorial. And the therapists there, the teachers there, the aides there. Gio got to where he was because of this community.
Yeah.
And I will always say that we were very smart to come to Madison in 2003, and here we are.
Man, 2003 is when you got here?
Yep.
From
I mean Milwaukee.
Well, you're from Arizona originally, right?
Yeah, from Arizona, but never went back. Came
Yeah,
here because I love the snow. I'm dumb.
Well, we don't get much of it now, anyways. Yeah, American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon going on. Other than that, Ron, like, what else? What else is going on? How's life? How we been?
Yeah, life's good. Life's good. This is great. I came to bring some flowers over to some of the
Yep.
ladies next door.
I had Mike from Joey's Song on last week.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about because Joey's Song also a charity but helps fight epilepsy as well.
Yeah.
And we were talking. Your name came up because they're looking for volunteers. And I'm like, oh, Ron's always giddy to drive around, be like the personal Uber driver for
all of them.
Who'd you get to drive the other last year?
I have, Matt Penfield. I got to drive. Oh my gosh, from the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you were like a giddy little schoolgirl.
Yeah.
And then also speaking of some athletics, Ron, coming up now. I know you've had kind of like a reborn again moment at the Kohl Center when it comes to Brad Davison.
Oh, my friend.
Yeah,
Brad Davison.
You used to yell things at him, and used to.
I used to. Well, yeah.
And then while in his playing days, you had what was it? After a game, you had met ran into Brad Davison, had a conversation.
After a game, and I had been yelling at him, and he popped 2 threes while looking at me.
Yeah.
I walked up to him, and it was a senior year game against Marquette, and he should have told me to F off, and he didn't. And he talked to me for half an hour about.
Yeah.
He was such a good guy, and he showed me that he was a better person than me.
Yep.
So that was the end of me yelling at college kids playing ball.
And now, I mean, at the Kohl Center coming up though, Ron, a little different adventure. Are you going to? Are you going to fish at the Kohl Center?
That's a rhetorical.
Is that a rhetorical
question?
question?
Yeah.
That'd be a. Are you going to? It's 2 nights, right? Is it?
It's 7th and 8th of July.
You assume going to both?
Going to both. And then hopping in the car and going down to Indiana for 3 more shows at Deer Creek. 5 shows, 6 days.
5 shows, 6 days, all fish.
Fish. Not a repeat. I won't get a repeat song.
I was going to ask you because I've never been to. I was thinking about going to the Kohl Center for fish. We both like our jam bands or longer songs. I don't know. I had Hoist, the album, in my youth.
I had Rift. Yep.
I just never had the desire to go to a fish show. I don't know why.
It's
like I'd go to Tool. I'd go to
Tool's awesome.
I know it is. Their songs are a little shorter than
you
Fish.
Want to go to a
like I went to Billy Strings.
You want to go at least once. Just go to a show. Just go to a show.
Is that what changes you? Yeah. Like how did you first get introduced to fish? Was it college?
Do you really want to know?
That's why I ask.
On April 8th, 1994, I went with a friend to George Mason University to see Pearl Jam. April 8th, 1994, as we're pulling into the parking lot, breaking news, Kurt Cobain found dead. Went and saw Pearl Jam that night, and I was done then with another rock star doing this. And I was walking through the dorm, and somebody was playing Fish, and I was like, as a musician, I was like, what is that? And they're like, this is Fish. Gave me the CD. And then the next year I went to a show, and that was it. I was done.
So
that was it. I got mad at grunge and Kurt Cobain and turned to Fish.
Pearl Jam show, Cobain has died.
Mm-hmm. Could
have been Courtney Love, could have been himself.
It was Courtney Love, but whatever.
I agree. And then you're at the show, you're like, grunge man, I can't handle the melancholy,
exactly. The melancholy and infinite sadness.
You hear a little something coming from a dorm room. What is this?
Yep, that's what it was. It was a song "Divided Sky," which was it was a musical. It's like a classic music, but it was rock. And I'm like, this is weird. And that's there you go.
Well, I already had this queued up, so
awesome.
I had this song queued up already, so
hey, make sure give the numbers for all the stuff, man.
See, Ron's got the producer brain going on right now.
I totally just went into that. I'm like,
Ron's got the producer brain going on. Yes, Ron, you are correct. It is the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon presented by Wings Credit Union. Become a champion today. The donor hotline, 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com, our website, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Just hit the banner ad. You'll see it on the right. Become a champion. We're looking for 4 this hour, and 4 is for the Level 4 Epilepsy Center for neurological services.
Awesome.
Ron, thanks for sharing the story, man.
Thank you all for for donating, and thanks.
We got Geo's Garden Golf Classic, or
no, not this year.
Oh, okay.
No, that's okay.
No, we'll get you on it. Well, I couldn't get you on for Marquette Week because I was gone.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
That's okay. I would have been embarrassed. So.
Well, it's always nice to see you. Ron.
Nice seeing you.
All right, we'll come right back soon.
I wheeled around because I didn't hear what you had said and saw you dancing with a lady on my only one's bed.
shuffle by, alert but numb to all the glances and the glares. I think of you unheeding all the times I raised my cup. It's now I know that you knew that I'd soon end up. I wheeled around because I didn't hear what you had said. I saw you dancing with a lady up on the morning bed, and I was foggy, rather groggy. You held me to my car, the binding belt and clothes and me, a sample in a jar.
You want to make an omelet, you got to break cement.
This is Over the Line on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Happy Hump Day, Wednesday, the start of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. We kicked it off at 6 a.m., goes all the way till Friday. The big reveal Friday night, how much money we raise. As the American Family Children's Hospital is a nonprofit hospital, it runs on just donations by you. Become a champion today. Presented by Wings Credit Union. Call the donor hotline, 1-877-719-KIDS, or donate online at wiscosportszone.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see a banner ad. It's just one of the kids, and the Radiothon, you click on it, and you become a champion. Looking for 4 this hour. We need 2 more. 2 more. And 4 is for the Level 4 Epilepsy Center for Neurological Services. Money is local. Stays local, and here for the help local kids. All right, our number here to get a hold of the show is 608-321-1670. Brewers not playing last night. Rain out in St. Louis. Get a roof. Get a roof. I was, let's see here, Jonathan Lucroy. We'll take a step back a bit from the Packers. Jonathan Lucroy had a story going viral about David Stearns, the former GM of the Milwaukee Brewers, now with the New York Mets. And David Stearns, now, baseball, crazy business, man. There's a lot of players coming and going. You know, even like in the movie Major League, when you get the slip in your locker, people freaking out, man. Your life as a pro could come quick. You could be done, sent somewhere, traded somewhere. Who knows? Your life in baseball, it could be a hell of a grind. And sometimes you get traded, all of a sudden you have no say. You're gone. Jonathan Lucroy had a story about David Stearns, about him being slimy. And then we do have an update about that, as Brewers GM Matt Arnold, he was on with Sparky. And he was talking about a follow-up to the story that Lucroy had. Here is Jonathan Lucroy talking about it.
You just traded me, and you can't tell me who you traded me to? And he's like, yep. In this situation with the Indians, no trade clause and stuff, David Stearns come to us. He said, we need your 8-team no trade, whatever. Gave it to him. And one thing I said, and my agent told him, we told him, if there's a team on that no trade list that you want to trade us to because you desire that package, come to us before you disclose it publicly. And if it's something that works out good in my favor, I said, I will definitely consider that. So what happened is, middle of the season, I get yanked from a game. After the game, I get called in the office. David Stearns looks at me and he says, we just traded you to a World Series contending team. They hadn't come to us. They hadn't told us anything. I was like, well, it's got to be the Dodgers or it's got to be the Rangers, because there's only 2 teams I know that are playoff teams that are not on my no trade list. I go, okay, who'd you trade me to? He told me, oh, we can't tell you that. And I was like, I told him, I said, I'm going to walk out of this room and I'm going to find out who it is in about 3 minutes. He's like, okay. And so I walk out, I pick up the phone, I call Gabe Kapler. Gabe was a special assistant with the Dodgers at the time, and I played with Gabe in Milwaukee. And I was like, they just told me I've been traded, but they won't tell me who they traded me to. I said, is it you guys? And he goes, I know we've been trying to, but nothing didn't work out. Hung up, went to the trainer, who I was really close with, and I said, don't tell me who it is, write it down. I said, who they traded me to? And he put it and said, Cleveland. Within 10 minutes, story comes out.
On the TV.
They leaked it on purpose to force me to say yes.
So there you go. There's Jonathan Lucroy talking about his, the trade. So I can't tell you. Leaked it on purpose for him to say yes. Again, could be a shady business there, especially professional sports. A lot of things that happen, maybe, under the table, behind closed doors. Get someone to do something they don't want, you get it. Well, GM for the Brewers now, Matt Arnold, he was talking with Sparky. Let's see here. Here we go. On 105.7 The Fan. Wanted to take a listen to what Sparky was talking about with Matt Arnold.
Croy went on social media with this whole big thing on a podcast, YouTube video, whatever, talking about how it went down the day that he found out that essentially, he's going to get traded to Cleveland. And one of the things that he brought up was that you were in the room, David Stearns was in the room, he was in the room, counsel, I believe he said, was in the room. And David Stern says, okay, we're trading you, whatever else, but then wouldn't tell Lucroy who the team he was trading to. And Jonathan's like, well, look, I'm going to find this out in 2 minutes after I walk out of the room. And according to Lucroy, Stearns was like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. He goes out of the room, makes the call to Gabe Kapler with the Dodgers. Kapler's like, it's not us. If it is, I don't know anything about it. Then eventually he finds out who it is, that it's Cleveland. And he was bent out of shape back then. He says he's over now. Back then, that David Stearns wouldn't tell him who the team was. Now, knowing Cleveland was on the no-trade clause, or one of the teams on the no-trade list for Jonathan Lucroy, I just want to understand the reasoning behind why you all couldn't tell him who the team was. I'm assuming there's logical explanation for all of this.
Yeah, man, to be honest, that feels like a lifetime ago. So, I mean, it's probably a little foggy for me. Look, I think, in a lot of those cases, sometimes there are technical reasons why you can't share certain things. I don't remember that part, to be honest with you. I'm not saying it didn't happen or did happen, but, in some cases, the team, maybe it's pending physical, or it's not totally finalized, and you're trying to just be transparent with players and give them a heads up, because I do think that we have a long track record of trying to make sure that we're transparent with our players and communicating with them as much as we can on these types of things. So, but yeah, again, that feels like so long ago, and everybody here loves Luke and what he meant to this franchise. And look, I'm glad ultimately it worked out for us to be able to pivot and getting, a guy like Brinson, who we were able to then flip for Christian Yelich, and very, very happy with that outcome at the end of the day. But certainly a ton of respect for Lucroy and all the things that he did here in Milwaukee.
What a great answer from Matt Arnold. What a great answer. You plead, and you could be right too. You plead that it's a little foggy for me. Yeah, oof. So long ago, can't quite remember exactly. You got to understand that I've done so many of these moves as the Brewers GM that the minutia, it gets lost in the minutia of it all. I can't quite remember, but I do appreciate Lucroy and the fact that we got Brinson, which ended up being then Christian Yelich. So that worked out. Thank you, Lucroy, for being one of the dominoes that fell for us getting Christian Yelich. And we got a lot of respect for Lucroy. He did great. We got Yelich because of him. What an answer! What a perfect answer from Matt Arnold. A master class in PR right there. Well done. Lucroy's like, yeah, these guys are scumbags. Matt Arnold's like, I respect you, Luke. You were one of the pieces that got us Christian Yelich, and it's pretty hazy what happened I can't quite remember. Sorry. Brain fog. Can't quite remember. What an answer. Great answer. All right, 608-321-1670. If you want to get involved, we'll get back to the Packers. Coming up at 9 o'clock, Nick Olson going to join us from Badgers 24/7 out of 24/7 Sports. Talk some Wisconsin with Nick. But most importantly, we are in the midst of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. Become a champion today. Donor hotline 1-877-719-KIDS. Thank you to Wings Credit Union, or you can donate online at WiscoSportsZone.com. Thanks to Goodman's Jewelers. You'll just see, again, on the right-hand side, the banner ad. We need 4 champions this hour. We need, let's see here, we need 2 more before the hour is over. 2 more before the hour is over. A couple people getting involved, so thank you. We need 2 here for Over the Line. And again, all the money, families are so grateful for this opportunity for, to share their stories as well as be able to have, their children who are fighting cancer, illnesses, you name it, to just kind of live a normal life and for them to take their mind off what it is that they're battling. All the money stays right here local for the Children's Hospital for local kids. So become a champion today. Again, WiscoSportsZone.com. You can check out the banner ad, or the phone number is 1-877-719-KIDS. Let's see. I wanted to get to Stenovich was talking to the other day. We did some Jonathan Gannon. We did some Cam McCord. We'll have to get to the offensive side of the ball. Stenovich talking. And we got some coordinators, too, or some assistant coordinators. Secondary coaches. There's some interesting quotes out of that, too. One's very philosophical. I enjoy it. I'll play that for you upcoming. Be right back.
Want to make an omelet, you got to break some
Work.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon in full effect. Today, tomorrow, Friday. Tyrod Taylor, backup quarterback now, Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers had a lot of glowing things to say about Tyrod when he was backing up Rodgers with the Jets. He had said it helps having a guy who has played so much because he can see things through a different lens. He's been around for so long. He's got no obligation to do that for me. He's just a great teammate, so we both help each other out. It's awesome to see Aaron Rodgers give him the nod of approval to Tyrod. And 36 years old, I think it's great for a veteran presence for the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. You know, I always talk about how the Packers, the youngest team in the NFL, Well, how about a guy that's 36, who this will be his eighth team now with the Packers, comes in, gives a little a veteran shoulder to lean on for Jordan Love. Hey, do this, don't do this. You know, have fun doing that. Make sure you watch out for that. You know, it's good to have a different set of eyes looking at things, especially a guy that's, again, been around the block. You don't stay in the NFL to the age of 36 if you're not good. If you're not bringing value or anything to the table, you're not going to stick around. You know, the average NFL career is, 3.5 to 3.3 to 3.5 years. Tyrod Taylor is going to be 37 when the season starts. So I think it's great just for a veteran presence and someone to lean on when it comes to Jordan Love. Tyrod, let's see here, covered the Bills in 2015, earned a Pro Bowl appearance. Now, again, Pro Bowl, I know. But he was, 242 of 380 passes for 3,035 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He also rushed for 568 yards and 4 tutties that year, his Pro Bowl appearance. And then what turned out to be his final year as the Bills starting quarterback in 2017, Taylor also helped propel the Bills to his first playoff appearance in that century, ending an 18-year drought. So there is, there's success there. Being on the Jets, it's got to stink. And it's nice that he was able to get out. And I was checking this out, too. The Packers and the Vikings are the only NFL teams that Taylor's never faced in regular season action, after spending all but 2 seasons in the AFC. Longevity, man. Longevity is something in the NFL. So among quarterbacks, only Rodgers, 2005, Joe Flacco, 2008, Josh Johnson, 2008, and Matt Stafford, 2009, have played in the league longer than Taylor and his 2011 draft classmate Andy Dalton. So Taylor and Dalton are 2 of only 5 active players from that 2011 draft class, the others being Von Miller, Cam Jordan, and Cam Hayward. So I like it. I like it a lot. Now, Malik Willis was really good at moving that offense and keeping it flow. And Jordan Love has been hurt the past couple of years for a few games. You hope that Tyrod Taylor can win you, if Love's out 2 games, you go 1-1. You'd prefer 2-0, obviously. Or about 3 games, go 2-1. Just keep your head above water if Love were to get hurt. which the past 2 years would show you they'd be up for a few games. Like the veteran experience. He's started games for 6 different NFL teams. He's played his first 4 seasons with the Ravens, winning a Super Bowl ring in 2012. And Baltimore, though, is the only team whom Taylor never started a game for. But, hey, you still get the ring. Still get the ring. Beat out veteran Matt Castle in 2015 in Buffalo. And the first-round pick, E.J. Manuel. How about those names? Then he held that position for 3 seasons. And then, let's see here, eventually the Browns, the Chargers, where then the doctor punctured his lung. Remember that? Gave him a collapsed lung. Then Houston, then the Giants, and then the Jets, and now with the Green Bay Packers. I dig it, man. And again, John, we played this clip a couple times yesterday. But Jonathan Gannon, so Stenovich, and we'll hear from Stenovich next hour. Adam Stenovich, the OC, was on the podium. And then once he got off, Jonathan Gannon got on, and that's when the news broke, was leaked, that Tyrod Taylor was coming in. So Stenovich didn't get to talk, but all of a sudden you had Jonathan Gannon up there, and they're like, well, I got to ask somebody the question. You know, what was your reaction, Gannon, to the Packers signing Tyrod?
Yeah, I just met him before I walked in the door. He's a good player, man. Played against him a long time, but accurate, and he's mobile. You know, so those are the 2 things that pop me. He's a playmaker, you know, so can deliver the ball accurately, and it's hard to get him down in the pocket.
There you go. There you go. I mean, that was about it. He's like, well, I don't know what else you want me to say. I just got here. I literally, we brushed shoulders when he was walking in and I was walking. Like, we literally both just got here. All right, Nick Olson coming up, talking some Wisconsin. Before that, though, top of the hour, just reminding you, it is the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. That's presented by Wings Credit Union. Become a champion today, right now. We need one more champion this hour to get our goal of 4. You can call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com, our website. That's courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Again, a nonprofit hospital. Becoming a champion is so easy. We just need one more champion before we start anew at 9 o'clock. So get it in again. 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. Become a champion today as we're doing this thing Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, Nick Olson on the way. Talk some Wisconsin sports with him. WKTY, La Crosse area. Love ya, as always. I know you guys are dropping off. We'll miss you. We will continue on one more hour around the way. Got some Badgers, got some Packers, we'll do some Brewers, your calls, your texts, and also the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. We'll come right back soon.
This is a Wisconsin Sports Zone update.
Well, the Packers officially introduced their defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, the other day, just a few months after actually hiring him. He'll replace Jeff Hafley, which Hafley had changed the Packers from a 3-4 defense to a 4-3 unit over the last 2 seasons. Gannon is seen as a guy that runs a 3-4, so he was asked whether a change back to that could be coming.
I don't really get caught up into 4-3, 3-4. We're an NFL-style defense, hopefully. You got to continually every year try to adapt and solve problems and and really with your guys in mind, right? So this is a whole new crew for me that we're just getting to learn, all new different players. That's kind of what I mean by that.
Green Bay entered phase 2 of the offseason program this week, meaning they can do some work on the field and individual drills, and they're doing so with a new quarterback on the roster. Veteran Tyrod Taylor was signed to likely serve as the backup for Jordan Love. He comes to town after spending the last 2 years with the New York Jets. Taylor, 36 years old, will be on his 18th since coming into the league in 2011. Meanwhile, Wisconsin football is getting some time off after spring practice and will get summer workouts going in a few weeks.
For nearly 40 years, ABC Wisconsin Apprenticeship has been helping men and women transform themselves into highly skilled trade professionals. These skills are in demand and provide strong wages and benefits for a bright future. If you're a hands-on person who likes the feeling when you get projects done, apprenticeship could be for you. Go to buildyourcareerwi.org or just search online for ABC of Wisconsin.
Well, the Brewers and Cardinals series was postponed last night due to rain in the area in St. Louis. Last night's game will be made up as a doubleheader on July 7th. The two teams will close out their series this afternoon. For the Wisconsin Sports Zone Network, I'm Ebo.
Play it safe? Nah.
You gotta fight for your right.
We don't abide by your rules. Sometimes it's okay to get unruly. This is Over the Line from the Alpine Liquor Studio. Alpine Liquors, Dane County's largest independently owned liquor store, proudly serving DeForest and beyond.
Oh, yeah. Had to stand up and pay attention. Our guy from Badgers 24/7 on a 24/7 Sports, Nick Olsen. Good morning, Nick. Happy Hump Day, man.
Good morning, Evo. Happy Wednesday, man. Kind of a beautiful day out here.
I know, dude. It's night. I got to get outside. Once 10 o'clock hits, I got to go soak up some sun. You know, like Sheryl Crow. Got to soak it up, get some vitamin D. Nick, we're in like a little downtime right now, you know? We're kind of just like laying in the weeds. What have you been doing without spring ball and waiting on summer ball? I know you're talking like AAU camps and this and that. What have you been up to?
Yeah, this is, I'll say it, kind of the 2 or 3 quote-unquote, slowest months really of the year. You'd be happy to know life-wise. I had a little fun this weekend. Obviously some time with friends and family and stuff, which has been awesome. But in the world of the Badgers, Evo, we're still kind of doing a lot of spring football breakdowns. It actually works out really well, looking back on kind of individual positions, competitions, position battles. And then, of course, recruiting keeps us super busy, too.
Yeah, it does. So, Nick, I was looking here at 24/7 Sports. You had an article out yesterday about, what you saw the last 6 weeks at spring camp and some parting thoughts. What you don't have to give it all away, but just a little Cliff Note version. What were your parting thoughts from the 6 week of spring camp, like how, compared to years past?
Yeah, so that was, that was kind of focused. I've done one of those, Evo, on QBs and running backs so far. Yeah. And so I'm happy to give a little bit away with you guys.
Just a little.
Quarterbacks, man, I'm really sticking to kind of what I've said since that week 2. I'm not saying there's like a, Heisman winner, first-round draft pick type of thing in here, but just from 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I think the QB room, Evo, is in a really good spot. And I think that the staff, you got to give some credit, they were really intentional about not only bringing in competition, but, man, just about everybody that's going to get reps out there can run the football if needed. There are not going to be any statues back there under pressure. Mm-hmm. Guys are going to be able to make plays, use their legs to kind of get out of things. That was a huge takeaway for me because, as we know, whether, I think no matter how good the offensive line is, and I think it's going to be pretty good and has improved, you want guys that can make some plays. And then running backs, I just feel like it's a pretty complete room. I think there's a clear-cut top two at the top with Darian Dupree, Abu Sama kind of fighting for that. And then I'm sure you probably saw late last week, they actually added another running back to the room from the JUCO ranks.
Yeah, they're stacking, man. And then also, I mean, you were talking too about last thing, like about camp. Was there a different? I think I've asked you this before, but so sorry, stop me if I have. Was there a different kind of like energy or a feeling, or was it like was it hope springing eternal? Was there anything like that stood out like different for you in a positive sense?
Yeah, I don't want to, I've been very, kind of cautious with this just because we've had some positive feels before, and obviously there have been injuries, and, it hasn't gone as we thought. We can wear that. But what I would say, Ebo, is, whether they win 4 or 5 games or 9 or 10, like there's not a question in my mind that the culture is truly in a really good spot. I think the staff gets credit. I also would give a lot of those young leaders credit. People from the 2024 class, certainly Posa, Catalano, guys like that from 2025. So I would say I think the vision is finally showing itself. I think, that quote-unquote culture piece is really, really important, Ebo. But in terms of football-wise, I mean, it's just in a better place. But, like, we were excited, and saw some potential in things the last couple of years. So I'm approaching with caution, but optimistic caution.
Cautiously optimistic. I like that. So, Nick, we have when it comes to recruiting and whatnot, some news breaking. What's the newest and latest on the recruiting trail?
Yeah, I mean this class is truly on fire right now, Ebo, and that's not just a local Wisconsin point of view. I mean, they're top 12 in the nation, which is really, really impressive. Obviously, there's kind of 2 big months coming up where a lot of people will commit, and this has to get through November, of course, with signing day in early December. But you can't really doubt, the impact that they've been doing. So late last week, they added, I guess technically it'd be to the 2026 class, a JUCO running back, like I mentioned, Julius Pope. He's going to come in. I believe he was originally at Arkansas, then junior college, the top-rated JUCO running back. I think he's just going to come in, provide some depth, physicality. You might see him on special teams, Ebo. That's kind of how I view his addition here. And then really in this class of 27, I think you'll like this. They're starting to stack up a little bit more on that defensive side of the ball. They got a 6'5", 275-pound D lineman from Connecticut, Will Zaccanino, and then like a 6'2", this dude's huge, like 6'2", 325, interior defensive lineman from Chicago. Really, really nice pull. So it was quite the strong week the last 3 or 4 days for E.J. Whitlow in that D-line, Evo.
Awesome. We have a question in for you, Nick. This is for Nick. Badger Football Portal Class Plus additions ranked by a writer 14th in the Big Ten for this year. 14th. Does Nick Olson have comments? 14th the recruiting class.
Oh, I think I know what they're talking about. I did see that briefly, and I actually think the guys at ESPN do really good work. So I was surprised to see that. I'm not saying Wisconsin needs to be number 1, 2, or 3 in the Big Ten with that, but just sheer quantity. Plus, you look at expected quality starters, a new face of the program, like in Colton Joseph, at least offensively. Yeah, Eva, I do have some comments. I think that was probably. I think they were getting a little too stuck on maybe how the previous seasons have been, which is totally fine. But, 14th out of 17, 18, I briefly saw that. I thought it was a little bit extreme.
Okay, a little bit. And we like the opinion of Nick Olson here. Badgers 24/7 out of 24/7 Sports. Nick, I guess for football-wise, we're just kind of, no Platteville coming up. They're probably, staying in Madison. When are they reconvening for summer ball? That's sooner than later, right?
Yeah, yep. So people will, from my understanding, a lot of the guys, they'll wrap up finals and stuff, here in the next week. And then a lot of people typically go home for, I'd say no more than maybe 3 weeks, at least most that I kind of know have spoken with. You get kind of some excitement at the beginning of the summer, some time to quote-unquote relax. The best of the best, of course, will always be putting in a little bit of time, but then you come back, Ebo, in June, and it's kind of that off-season training workouts because you don't want to lose all the good work from spring. And then I believe there's, just kind of some more meeting time in July.
Yeah.
And then, boom, we're talking fall camp already, man.
That's crazy. How long you been doing this now, Nick? It feels like a blink of an eye, but also feels like a long time. How long you been covering the team?
Yeah. So this is going to be a full season 3. Just about. Yeah, a little bit under 3 years, which it really has flown by, dude. I almost can't believe it.
Man, what a 3 years it's been covering, too, for Wisconsin. The come-up is happening. The come-up is happening.
Well, I really do. I think it is because, I was talking with a friend on a show last night, a podcast. And
yeah, you're on the Butch? Were you on the Polar Bear? Did I see you?
I was on with the great Butch last week. This was my guy Ryan on Locked On Badgers.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
And I sat there and I was like, man, he was actually asking about our guy guard and this basketball team. I was like, balance-wise, between my top 2 sports, men's basketball and football, this has the chance to be kind of the most exciting, rewarding season, which is really, really kind of intriguing because, basketball's had some great years, but, football hasn't necessarily been, obviously, what we've expected. The financial boom has come. I think the recruiting classes are stacking up, and now, we can be honest. As much as people say I'm optimistic and things, like we're going to need to see some improvement this year, and I think they're getting there. I'm not saying they're there yet. Not saying they're going to beat Notre Dame week 1, but they're getting much better.
Hope springs eternal, man. You got to have hope. Nick, last thing on the Badgers for you, but on the basketball side of thing, were you at the Guarding Against Cancer event? Greg Gard, how was that?
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, so I always go early. We're very fortunate to speak with Gard and a couple other coaches, and then I sat and hung around for a little while. Didn't obviously stay till kind of the late in the evening and the full event, but man, I just always love it. It's really cool. It's obviously amazing what Gard does, and we've talked about kind of the meaning of the event, which affects so many, but we also probably got a good 13 to 15 minutes talking with Gard just about the Guarding Against Cancer event, about this year's roster, how it came together. And something that I really noted, my friend, is, he was asked by another reporter just kind of about some of the thoughts on this year's team. And he said kind of without any hesitation, like, I love it. Like, I love it. And I'm not sure I've heard that in the last 3 years. I think that it might not have the individual 25-point scores all the time like Boyd and JB were, but balance-wise, I think he likes how it's come together, a little bit more focused on the defensive end. They're still going to chuck a lot of threes. So it was just cool because I remember kind of taking notes during that, like, wow, that was very quick and without any hesitation from Gard himself.
He's like young Jeezy, man. I love it. Is there like does someone really like vacationing to Australia? That's how they ended up getting there. Like they're like, I know Penny had the New Zealand connection, but someone's like, man, I really like going to land down under. I'm gonna start like how'd Australia come to be? Is that or that's just the scouting department doing its due diligence?
So it obviously it's kind of boosted up a little bit with the New Zealand ties, and then I think obviously just kind of that part of the world, there really is some untapped talent. And I think some of these guys are just older, maybe less recruited at times. They're playing with professionals. And frankly, I do think part of it is the financial aspect. Like, not all those guys are coming cheap by any means, but maybe not as much as, a top-of-the-line guy might be in the portal or 5 stars from high school necessarily, because these guys are a little bit more proven. So I think those 3 or 4 things go into it. It's definitely intriguing, but I'm starting to get even more excited about this group. Evo, I think that the floor of this group might be about as high as last year's. I don't know about ceiling. I'm not saying any of that yet, but I do think it's another tournament team in Madison.
All right, awesome, Nick. We'll keep it on at Badgers 24/7, the message boards, the real Nick Osen on Twitter. Anything else you're doing this week that's not work related? It's looking nice weather, and we're gonna go out, soak up. What are we doing, Nick? Anything fun?
Yeah, life is good, man. I think we're gonna do a little bit of actually garage sailing in the old hometown Wanakee on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm going to cook a nice little dinner for the fiance Friday. It's going to be a good weekend.
Nice. Well, you enjoy it, man, all right? Thanks for, again, hopping on, Nick. A little downtime, but, man, you always got a little nugget for us. We appreciate you, brother.
Dude, it's my pleasure, Ebo. I appreciate you. Have a great day, brother.
Much love, Nick. See you, man. There he goes. Nick Olson, Badgers 24/7, 24/7 Sports. The real Nick Olson on Twitter. Eat a man. We love Nick. All right, and don't forget, before we take a little break here, we are also in the midst of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, presented by Wings Credit Union. You can, become a champion today. Call the donor hotline at 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. On the right-hand side, you'll see the Radiothon ad and the Radiothon banner. And this hour, we need 16 champions. 16 in the support of the 16 kids who stayed on the P4 oncology unit last night. Damn. We already have 3, and we're 16 minutes into this hour. Need 13 more. Become a champion today. All the money local for local, and it is a nonprofit hospital. All kindness of your heart. Again, 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. Be a champion. All right, we'll hear from some of the Packers coordinators, secondary coaches. We'll do that upcoming. Stick around.
Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
This is Over the Line.
I'm your Huckleberry.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
All right, welcome back in. Happy Wednesday. Beautiful day out. Yeah. Let's see here. Our guy Sam from Appleton, a fundraiser, you say. Count me in. Tell me what to do. Well, Sam, let me oblige you. It is the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. And with that, we do that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then Friday after 6 o'clock is the big reveal of how much money we raise, as the American Family Children's Hospital, a nonprofit hospital, just ran on by your donations. And this one for the Children's Hospital Radiothon, presented by Wings Credit Union. You can become a champion right now. You can pick up the phone and call the hotline, the donor hotline, at 1-877-719-KIDS. Someone will answer. Really nice individual, and they'll walk you through it. Or you can go to our website, wiscosportszone.com, and on the right-hand side, you'll see a little banner ad. It says American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. There's one of the kids on there. You click on it, and that's thanks to Goodman's Jewelers, and then go through the steps of becoming a champion. That's how you do it. We need 16 champions this hour in support of the 16 kids who stayed on the P4 oncology unit last night. Right now we have 4, so we need 12 more. And again, it's the power of giving, man. The power of giving. Families. We used to do the radiothon down there at the hospital. Man, there was some stories of some of these kids, man, that just really, oof. It hits you right in the feels. I'll tell you that. And we're just helping these kids feel like, they're a kid. Like having their mind off of what they're going through when it comes to, sickness, illness, treatments, cancer, all of that. There's some, we had a little guy on earlier today, Mason, who had a form of epilepsy that impaired his speech, some learning disabilities, and this and that. Like, he was a little cool kid, though, man. He was awesome. And Mom, Brittany, was, you could feel the emotion. And when you're at the Children's Hospital, and obviously you don't want to be there, but when you're there, take your mind off of what the kids are going through. Like, there's a movie theater there. They have, like, a playroom. They have this cool, there's, like, this giant tree with all these toys. It's like you're in a big playhouse when you're there. And which is something that the kids need, because being in a hospital, it stinks. When I was a little kid, when I was 4, and I'll never forget being 4 all the way up to I was almost 6 years old, of having to be in the hospital a lot. So when I was 4, we were having a camping trip up north, had a huge bonfire. And then the morning after, I was running around outside. Now, as breakfast is getting ready inside our little campsite. And what happened to me is I tripped and I fell. And when I tripped, I fell into the giant fire pit. So it was like a below ground, deep fire pit. So I tripped and I fell into the fire pit. And when I fell into it, my hand, I landed on my back, and my right arm was behind me. So when I landed, my arm and my hand were behind my back. And what I landed on was a huge coal or a huge bed of hot coals. So I fell into this deep fire pit, and my mom saw me go in, running over, yanks me out. And when I came out of the fire pit, on my right hand was like burning red hot coals from the bonfire from the night before. So on my hand were these gigantic, just red hot coals, and they were stuck to my hand. So you get me out, and my hand is just covered in these coals. Like the thing with him, like all the rocks on him. That's what it kind of looked like. You wipe it off, and all of a sudden, my hand bubbled up into this huge blister. It was just this huge, like, fluid blister. It looked like, I don't know how to describe it. Just a gigantic, like, loose, not to get too vivid with you, loose hanging skin, just red. So, you go to the hospital, and this is what I remember the most. Is at the hospital, it's like this cold, sterile environment. Everything's gray. And I got my hand in this liquid bucket, whatever it was, and everything just felt like alien. It wasn't good. And then for the next about year and a half, so I had a second and some third degree burns. And what had happened was through that next year to almost 2 years, I'm in and out of the hospital. So they got to do all this stuff to your skin. I'll never forget having to go into this again. You're in a hospital. This is the early 90s. This is 1992 and 1993. And the Children's Hospital is not like how it is right now. And I'll never forget being in the hospital. And they're like, all right, when you got a severe burn like that, they have to rip your dead skin off in order for your hand to heal better. So you're in this it's gray and white, how a hospital is. And there's this gigantic metallic tub with water it's a whirlpool. It's spinning fast. And you got to stick your hand in there for it to rip the dead skin off to help my hand, recover more. I'll never forget this. And I think they'd forgot to give me pain medication too or whatever. So I'll never forget this big sterile room. Again, it's like you're on an alien spaceship. This gray metal tub. And my hand getting stuck in there, put in there, and this water whipping around as fast as it can, ripping your skin off. Oh, terrible. So about for a year, 2 years, I had to deal with, severe burns on my hand. And every time you go to the hospital, it was just such a drag. The Children's Hospital, the reason why I tell that story is that the Children's Hospital, it's nothing like that. After doing the show down there, the radiothon down there a ton of times, you're like in a playhouse. There's all kinds of things to distract you from the BS that the kid and the families are going through. So that's why we do the Children's Hospital Radiothon, not only help these kids, but they get their mind off of what it is that they're going through. So become a champion today is what I'm trying to get at here. Presented by Wings Credit Union. Donor hotline, 1-877-719-KIDS. WiscoSportsZone.com. Just hit the banner ad and boom, you can become a champion today. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to show off my burns. I'm trying to show off my strong hand, my good hand on the stream. I don't know if you can see it that well. All right, 608-321-1670. Adam Stenavich. We talked a little bit about him yesterday, but more so on Jonathan Gannon as well as Cam Accord. But when it comes to the offense, Stenavich was talking about, what needs to get better this season is the offensive line.
I'm not going to put a prediction on him or anything. I just want to see him come in and work. He's going to play guard. He's going to play center, and we'll kind of see how that goes as camp unfolds and through this offseason program.
So there you go. There's a little bit on that. I just got to respond to someone texted in here for the Children's Hospital. All right, more from Stenavich. Stenavich was talking about offensive line, obviously, and they didn't have all of their top offensive players together at the same time last season. How good could they be if that change and the will change coming up here?
The thing, when we lost Elton, he stepped up and just kind of took control of it. There were mistakes for sure, but, as we progressed through the season, he just kept getting better and better and better. I thought maybe this was probably his best position, is to play center in the NFL. So it was good to watch him out there take command of the offense, making the calls and getting us set up front. So it was good to see.
All right. So, yeah, getting everyone back together would be a good thing. Where can Jordan Love, where can he get better?
I think our execution. I thought we were inconsistent with our execution for sure. And I just want to see us play with that physicality, that toughness that really defines who we are as Packer offensive linemen every game.
So, yeah, I mean, you get the offensive line better, therefore Jordan Love's going to have more time, i.e. he'll get better. Speaking of getting better, you got Josh Jacobs, great running back. Behind him, Marshawn Lloyd. This guy, I mean, the only way he can go is up, right? He's played, 10 snaps, one game? Adam Stenovich talks on, he's your backup running back right now. Steno was talking about Marshawn Lloyd. Where do you go with him? Where do you go with Marshawn Lloyd? Let's see here. Is this the one?
I want us to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, for sure. And
maybe this isn't stemming from Marshawn Lloyd, but also just the offense as a whole.
I want us to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, for sure. And I think that's, when you have those weapons, you have that ability to do that. And even without those weapons, we were still very productive and, up there in a lot of categories. So I just think for us, just focusing on each guy being their best every single day, especially at this point in the offseason program, I think, we keep stacking those days. We're going to have a really good offense once the season rolls around.
And if Marshawn Lloyd can be available and hopefully that's the reason why they drafted him so high and be good. I mean, that would have the offensive players available, like a Tucker Kraft coming back as well. Then you're like, okay, we can see something here. We can see something budding because right now, got to be able to finish too in the fourth quarter. That's where the Packers kind of stalled out as well. All right, 608-321-1670. We'll get to some more coordinators coming up here after the long break. If you want to get involved, again, 608-321-1670. But in the midst of the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, it's presented by Wings Credit Union. Become a champion. 1-877-719-KIDS or WiscoSportsZone.com. Courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. You can hit it right there in the banner ad. We'll take a little break here. Stick around. Be right back.
Talking to the microphone. I got a backup mic right here.
This is Over the Line.
Check 1, 2. Testing. Yeah, they both working, and guess what? They don't like no feedback. What's up?
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 5 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 4 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Hi, welcome back. American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon in full effect. Started at 6 a.m. today. Will end Friday. After 6 p.m. will be the big reveal of how much money we have raised, as it is a nonprofit and all runs on the kindness and donations from you. And become a champion at 1-877-719-KIDS. Or you can go to our website, wiscosportzone.com. Right on the right-hand side, you'll see it. Courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Become a champion right there. Speaking of champions, Grant Bills.
Oh, you're too.
Good morning, Grant.
Too kind. Good morning, Evo. Great cause. You're doing an excellent job stewarding the show, encouraging folks to learn more and to be involved.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge event. We do it every year. It's near and dear to our hearts. Grant did a little golfing last night.
Did.
Kate Fox was with you?
Correct.
How does your drive stack up to hers, by the way?
She can drive the ball farther than I can.
She can smack the ball, dude.
She can hit the ball. I'm not just saying this to cope. I can play my irons better, and I think with a wedge or like a 9-iron, like I'm better. But if it's like you have the biggest club and we're hitting it as far as we can, she is
taking.
Well, it's nice because she's in my foursome. She hits off the women's tees on Saturday.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a huge advantage for the squad.
That's the Bill Michaels Open, right?
Correct.
Ooh, and beautiful
gorgeous Viroqua Hills.
Viroqua Hills. Ooh, mommy. Is Goose Eggs gonna be?
Correct. Lee's gonna be there.
Lee, you, Kate, and
I don't know if I know any other listeners that are. I mean, a bunch of people will be there.
Who's in your foursome? I
don't know who's in my foursome.
Okay. We're just okay. Gotcha. Great. Would you like to take a phone call?
I would love to take a phone
All right,
call.
608-321-1670, line 4. Good morning.
Yeah, it's Darnell. Hey,
I knew it.
Quick thing here. So me and one of my buddies were talking last night about Jesus if he played in the NBA. I know, kind of a crazy hypothetical there, but so we kept going back and forth about like teammates would get pissed off at Jesus. Like, so first off, blameless, right? Never did anything wrong his entire life.
Never committed a foul once.
Never.
Right. No fouls, but that would also mean he never did anything wrong, which means he would never miss a shot. But at the same time, he's also selfless, which means he's not going to take shots. Right? So he's a pass first guard, probably, most likely.
Steve Nash. He's like a Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Right. And then on top of that, he could never commit any turnovers, so his assist to turnover ratio is going to be astronomical. It's actually going to be uncalculatable because you can't divide by 0. So, just kind of a wild conversation. I was like, this has been one of the weirdest things I've ever talked about, but I'm kind of here for it. Like, Jesus as an NBA player. So you just got this guy that can't miss, can't make a bad pass. Like, you can't really comprehend. And then that got me thinking, what if Jesus lived in like our day? Like, would this dude just be the most insufferable guy ever? Like, oh yeah, Jesus, you're right again. You know what I mean? Like, he's never wrong.
Possibly.
But you'd also like respect it a little bit. You know what I mean?
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm envisioning the stat sheet. It's every stat just has the infinity symbol next to it. Like that's he literally pads the stat sheet. It's the infinity. The symbol.
Analytics people wouldn't know what to do with him.
Well, I mean, obviously the game itself is finite, right? Jesus himself isn't finite, but like there's only 48 minutes for him to get his stat padding in. I just so there wouldn't be infinity symbols, but it'd just be the percentage would just be so annoying. You'd be like, okay, yep, 100% from free throws. Okay, great job, Jesus. 100% from 3. Again.
Would he accept the contract? I don't think he would. He might flip a table about the
play for the vet minimum.
Yeah.
Play for free.
Yeah.
He'd be like, yeah. Oh, you're going to give me money? Well, how about we render unto Adam Silver what is Adam Silver's, and what's God, what is God's, right? So
I think the only complaint would be every time someone would go to the water jug, it'd end up being wine.
Yeah.
I was like, so.
I would imagine at Cana they were like, we did need a little water though, Jesus. Yeah. Like, thanks, buddy, but We did. We're here for like a couple days.
Get
We
him
did
on
need some water.
Get him on the fish diet.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
A lot of protein.
I was gonna say, Ed, we're not all sons of deities here, so we actually do need water to survive. I understand that. Maybe
what brought this on with you guys last night? What were you and your friend? What were you just sitting around like?
Dude, he posted just this wild snap story, and I just responded to him like, dude, that is a crazy ass hypothetical, and we were just talking about it for like 20 minutes. So I was just like, yeah, that's a fun conversation. Like, who thinks of that? That's really impressive for him. I was just like, all right, cool.
I should do a segment on this today.
I thought that was kind of a weird, like, something you just never think about. Like, maybe I'll talk with him about what other sports too. But yeah, he'd be like a probably an undersized pass first guard, right? I mean, probably. Honestly, if he's blameless and never did anything wrong, he's probably completely shredded back in the day, right?
Well, I think.
They ate.
The diet was a little different than there wasn't processed foods.
Olive
That's
oil,
true.
and wheat.
Yeah.
Olive oil. He ate a lot of fish probably because he could just he could create fish out of nothing. All he needed was five loaves of bread and five fish.
He multiplied. He didn't create. He multiplied the loaves and fishes to my recollection, right?
Okay, Grant. What exactly is the difference between multiplying and creating things?
Well, Ebo, do I really need to explain
no,
this to
I don't think.
right now?
I don't think you need to explain it. I mean, matter can't be created nor destroyed. We're just multiplying it, obviously. I mean, do we really?
But think about that. That doesn't make any sense. You still have to create something out of nothing.
That's why it's a miracle, Darnell.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you.
So yeah. I'm gonna leave that with, and also on the subject of hospitals and children and all that. Jesus was probably the best doctor of all time, the greatest doctor, some would say, of all time. He could cure blindness and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if Lazarus was really that psyched about being brought back from the dead. You know what I mean? Like, he was just old and decrepit, and he's probably like, oh, all right.
No, he wasn't. Lazarus died from unnatural causes.
Oh.
He was like, he had a couple of apparently probably pretty hot sisters, Mary and Martha.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was part of the lore.
Darnell, another phone someone has just called in. I'm curious to see what this next phone call is about. If it maybe is about your hypothetical, I don't know. I'm curious.
It might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lazarus was not an old dude. But I seriously hope that God erased his memory. Because can you imagine being in heaven and then you got to be back on earth? Like, hell nah. Literally, it would be like hell. Like, compared to whatever.
Darnell,
That's a good point.
Darnell, thank you. I enjoy these.
Thank you, Darnell.
You have a blessed day. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure give some love to my favorite point guard up in the sky.
We'll do.
All right.
We'll do. Thank you.
Our point guard.
Thank you, Darnell. Have a blessed day.
Have a good
one. Well, I'm curious here. Yeah, line 1. Good morning.
Hey, it's
Hey, Mississippi Drew.
It's not a sin to turn the ball over. So it's also not a sin to foul somebody in a game of basketball. So, I mean, Jesus was truly God, but also truly human, right? And humans commit fouls, and it's not evil. Like, so when LeBron James commits or he thinks it's evil when anybody does anything to him, but if he commits a foul, that's not a sin, right?
Right.
So
right.
It's a little bit. That's very interesting.
I'm always honest, but it's the same. I'm just gonna be honest here. When Grant first sat down, he's like, "Hey, can I join you for a segment?" I said, "I would love to."
Mm-hmm.
I had absolutely would have guessed ever that it would have turned into this segment.
That Darnell was going to call in to talk
this
about.
Never would have crossed my mind.
If Jesus hooped.
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad Grant's there because I wanted to tell him that you're doing a really good job filling in for Bill, Grant.
Thanks, Mr.
You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. You're everybody's expectations. I mean, you're meeting them and exceeding them.
Exceeding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
He truly is.
well done.
He truly is.
Well done.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear how the golf game goes. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll have updates. It was nice to see you on Friday night, Mississippi Drew.
Yeah, it was nice to see you too. You guys really, your lead singer can blow, man, and you guys are good. You guys are good.
Oh, Drew came up on that?
Yeah,
Oh,
saw him at
nice.
Alpine on Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew. When I met Drew up in La Crosse at Flipside.
Flipside.
Great
Pub and
guy.
Grill.
Great guy.
Oh, outstanding guy.
Love our Mississippi Drew.
I love me some
Yep.
Mississippi Drew.
Yep. Drew.
Well, and I love you guys.
No, thank you. Again, the feeling is
Of course.
is mutual. Love you so. Have a blessed day.
You too.
I see you, Drew. Breaking news.
Hmm?
Wow. Ted Turner dead, age 87.
Oh, I fish on his land. Actually, that's not true.
The Ted Turner.
I fish adjacent to his land a good amount when I'm
Really?
in Montana.
Ted
Yeah.
Turner, the American entrepreneur, television producer, media puppeteer, and philanthropist, dead. Founded CNN.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said breaking news, I'm like, oh, thank Christ. What did the Packers do? Who did the Packers sign? What did the Brewers do? Oh,
No, nothing. There. It's just Ted Turner had passed away. And there is a connection on the show to Ted Turner. Our guy, Charlie Down the Middle Johnson, who also, R.I.P., passed away. One of his stories of his charmed life, one time, Charlie Down the Middle Johnson, I kid you not, he bought Ted Turner a beer.
What?
Charlie was in the Navy, traveled around everywhere. He was in some kind of affluent. I don't know where the hell he was. I can't remember.
I'm not buying Ted Turner dick.
But he said he bought Ted Turner a beer, and I said, Charlie, the guy's a billionaire. Why did you buy him a beer? Oh, I don't know, brother. So there you go. That's the connection to the show.
Great song.
All right, the final.
Imagine this during the intros, the team intros, and now, starting at point guard, the Son of God, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Darnell. Thank you for that.
The fire on the hoop.
I'm envisioning more rays of light shooting out instead of fire. Final segment coming up now.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to see you, really want to be with you, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord.
You've got to kick him off the tour. He's not breaking any rules.
This is Over the Line.
It's a disgrace to the game.
On the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
Over the Line will resume in 3 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 2 minutes. Over the Line will resume in 1 minute. Over the Line will resume in 30 seconds.
Final segment here. As we turn it over to Grant Bills, who's going to be taking the reins of the Bill Michaels Show again.
Yeah.
It is reminding you the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon in full effect. Day one today. Goes all the way till Friday. The big reveal after 6 p.m. Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Become a champion. Presented by Wings Credit Union. You can donate at 1-877-719-KIDS or our website, wiscosportzone.com, courtesy of Goodman's Jewelers. Hit the banner ad. All right, Grant. That'll do it today. It was nice to get a little audio from the Packers. You know, when the podium speak is always nice to react to.
The special teams coordinator is press conference box office. That'll be an entertaining character to hear from throughout the season.
True. And I forget I think it was who was it? I forget who it was, but he said we're going to approach it with a white belt mentality, but from a black belt perspective. Did you hear that one? I wish I had time to play it for you. It was very philosophical. It's like we're going to approach it like a white belt, but with a black belt mentality.
Interesting.
Like the most I ever knew out of karate was from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So. All right, that'll do her. American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon. Continuing on, become a champion. We'll see you guys tomorrow.